Hey everybody, it is 6 o'clock. It is Friday night, and that means it is time for Dragons and Things Heroic Endeavors. Welcome everybody. Yeah. Tonight we have a surprise for you all. I don't know if it's really a surprise, but Katie Wilson has rejoined us tonight because we just couldn't get enough of Moon Dust, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes in our previous episode. So we needed more. We brought her back. We've also got, of course, James Chu back with us. Jared has returned from the far reaches of the continent.
I lied to you, Scott.
Just to be here. We've got Diana and Adam Kahn, of course, who I gotta ask, how do you guys feel that your premiere of Department of Mysteries yesterday went?
Awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Other than some technical difficulties behind the scenes on our ends, but
my potato's working right now, guys. My potato's working. At
this point, technical difficulties for a new show are sort of like the DAT Network brand. So if you had not had any tech difficulties, you actually wouldn't really even belong in the network. Let's face it.
Say that, Jim. It's a good thing but my picture froze in a picture frame, so it looked kind of cool.
It worked out well for that world.
Say that.
To be honest, I thought you were just frozen in a pose the whole time, and I was like, oh, I wonder why Adam constantly talking. And I was like, oh wait, he is talking. His mouth's just not moving.
Well, I did get to see it. It looked fantastic. You guys did great, and I cannot wait to see more Department of Mysteries coming up next Thursday. But tonight is all about heroic endeavors. Tonight it's my turn to tell the story. So I say we do it. I say we get right in there. If that's all right with all y'all.
I think it's okay.
Okay, let's do it then. Today is one of those days where it seems like every other licensee has a special, exciting assignment except for you. You saw a group sent out to destroy a wyvern's nest in the Drake Ridge. Another was sent to explore and secure an elven ruin discovered by a survey team in the field. Another group was sent to quell a zombie uprising caused by some bumbling mage dabbling in necromancy she wasn't quite powerful enough to control. But those assignments all went to other teams, and after the morning briefings, there was nothing left on the docket for you five. That doesn't mean, of course, that you get to go home early and enjoy the day. No. Stables must be clean, animal companions fed, paperwork sorted, old reports from past endeavors cataloged and archived. The life of a licensed adventurer can be as tedious as any other profession when circumstances warrant. Eventually came lunchtime, and you've all gathered together out on the front pavilion of the HEI headquarters to idle away some time and eat together. It's such a pleasant day that the prospect of sorting through more files in the archives feels like a serious injustice, so you take your time. Eventually, an administrator will notice you and assign some mundane chore, but until then, there's no harm in enjoying a little sun. Suddenly, as you're finishing up, Pipa, you notice a lone man running toward the lot of you. He's dirty, sweating profusely, clothed for travel, and likely fresh from the road, judging by the dust on his boots. He rushes right up to the table where you are just finishing your lunches and slumps over, grabbing the edge hard to stop himself from falling over. His chest heaves as he sucks in great gulps of air, and when he finally raises his gaze to you all, you can see that his eyes are wide with terror. He lets out a single word, "Ogre!" before falling over on the steps outside HEI headquarters. What do you do?
We read
comments! Comment time! Hi chat, how y'all doing?
There's so many fun people here. Hi.
Hi.
Well, Fluffy Walrus is saying, morning, guys. I'm awake now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Luna Steel Song has become the Bit Boss, giving it to Oopsie.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh.
Starting with a hero point. First day back on the job, and he's got a hero point already.
Yeah, also, Spartan Undead is resubbed for 12 months, and we have some new follows from JP Shuff, Kit Fletch, and TNT for Play.
Yay!
Nice.
Thank you guys.
Welcome to the channel, everybody.
Delirious was thanking me for being Employee of the Week.
Oh, that is right.
I voted for Pipa.
Thank you.
Pipa was the HEI Employee of the Week. I tell you what, Pipa, the fans voted you as Employee of the Week, and let it not be said that HEI does not reward heroism amongst its ranks. So as the Employee of the Week, you start with 1 hero point. That's a hero point for Pipa, thanks to you guys and your votes. We will continue doing Heroes of the Week through every episode. So whoever you vote for on our Twitter polls as the HEI Employee of the Week will start their next game with a hero point.
Was I at least a close second, Jim Jam?
You weren't involved in last week's heroic endeavor, so you couldn't have been the Employee of the Week.
How's that going to work when, like, I'm not on for another 3 weeks or something?
Why do you?
Well, why would you not be on for 3 weeks?
Why do you hurt me, Jim Jam?
Moondust was closely second.
I believe that Moondust was our second.
She was second. Yeah, she was second. I meant closely.
Which is interesting because I don't even think she's an employee of HEI at this point. I think she just likes the building and hangs around and won't go away. So they just
she likes
live with
Pipa.
it.
Yeah. Aww.
Lucas is very confused that Diana and Connor are not in the same room.
Oh.
We're trying something different.
Yeah.
Gotta have social distancing on Fridays.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, friends. Why don't we turn our attention back to the adventure for just a bit before we get back to some more comments later on in the show. So you are all sitting there just finishing up your lunches, about to finally throw your trash away, head back into the building and do whatever nonsense HEI has got you working on for the rest of your shifts, when this panic man has rushed up to the table, collapsed in front of you, clearly like exhausted. He's like dripping sweat, dirt all over. Like he's clearly been just like running for a while to get here. He says, "Ogre," collapses unconscious in front of you. What do you do?
Bless you.
That's not ogre. That's a man.
Can I make a perception check around the area, see if there's an ogre coming towards us?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I look up, and 8-16.
Pipa, you jump to your feet. You're looking all around. You see nobody, like down on the street below, because you guys are there's a set of stairs leading up to the building. Down below, you see like, yeah, there's people. Everybody's moving. Everything's normal. No screams of terror in the distance. Certainly no lumbering ogres making their way towards you.
Can I heal check the dude?
You can. Go ahead and make that medicine check.
Sorry. System mess up. It's going to be a 9, Jim.
A 9. It's sort of crude. You basically, your medical treatment involves just sort of like tipping the half empty cup of water you have over it. But even that is enough to at least get he sort of sputters awake. He's looking around. He looks exhausted and still pretty terrified, but his breathing is just starting to regulate at least. He says, "Oh, heroes, you gotta help. There's an ogre in the blood and a watchtower, and I was running and I got hit and it just, he's clearly having like a real difficulty putting his thoughts in order as he sits up and he's trying to like calm down a little bit. What do you guys do? Like, clearly this guy's barely making any sense.
Do you guys think that he's sleepwalking?
Let me check, and I'm gonna smack him a few times.
Oh yeah, sure. You just give him a quick slap. Make an intimidation check, I guess.
Oh God.
Ooh. I so good at that. 17.
17. Okay, yeah. So you give him a couple of slaps and a stern gaze, and he sort of snaps out of it. He sort of grabs your shoulder. Says, "Oh no, I know. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, you're right. I gotta get it together. Okay. So I was traveling towards the city. I was on the southern the trade road. There's never any trouble on the trade roads. The city keeps everything in good order there. But there's this watchtower, and I got there and I see blood all over the walls." And right in the doorway, huge, hideous ogre is standing there. So I take off. I'm running. and I run all the way to get to the city, and I find you guys. Yes, you got to get out there. There's an ogre. It killed everybody at the watchtower. I mean, there's snow guards, blood all over the place. It's a disaster. You gotta go.
Okay.
What's ogre? What's ogre look like?
It's big, and it's got warts all over the place, and it's blood. I mean, it's an ogre, man.
That sounds very scary.
Yes, I feel like one of those could squish any one of you quite easily.
I doubt it.
Do you need some healing? Sorry, Katie.
No, go ahead.
I'm actually okay. I ran. The ogre didn't get me because I booked it right away from there. I know it's staying around. It definitely could have killed me, but pretty fast, so I'm okay.
Okay.
You said you saw no one else there either, just the ogre.
No, it's just the ogre and blood all over the place, man. I must have killed everybody who was at the watchtower. Usually there's guards at the tower. Sometimes I stop in and say hi, but I didn't see anybody else, just this ogre.
Rius looks down at his fingers just covered in paper cuts. He's just like, well, I don't want to do any more paperwork. I'd be up for a little fun right now, yes.
Okay.
We gotta go check with the guy though. We're not allowed to take jobs. There's why to have rules.
Why not? Let's just go help. Why can't we go help?
Is this true?
What is that?
Hi, I'm Ludas Glittervalley Sparkwishes. I don't think that we've met before.
Oh, you new guy now? And then I turned to Trebor. You're not new guy.
Oopsie, I haven't been new guy for months.
You still new guy.
I met Pipa the other day, and I really, really liked her, so I just kind of decided that, like, maybe we could hang out more, because she's now my bestest friend.
Yeah, don't hug Pipa when muddy, though. She's not like that.
Oh,
Well-
I love hugs.
But if she's clean, then I like hugs. And also, she's really pretty.
Thanks, Pipa. You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Okay, we need to go now.
Yes, what Pipa said.
Yes, I look down at the man. You go inside, tell them about it, and you found 5 heroic people outside, and we're going to go check it out.
Wait. Before we go, I have to give you all something. It'll give us lots of courage and happiness. And I fly over and I drop each one of them a little piece of candy.
Okay.
Moon Sparkle Wishes.
Moon Dust Glitter Valley Sparkle Wishes.
Yeah, I'm not remembering that.
Oh. It's not that difficult. Moon Dust Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes.
Okay, Moon Dust Purple.
No. That's my sister. Starlight Shimmer Feathers Purple Dreams.
Oh, God.
Okay.
New guy, little new guy.
Oh, that's me. Yes.
I hold up, I reach in my pouch and pull up a pickle. I pass it up to you. In exchange for not pickle, you get pickle.
She tries to like grab it, but it's like the size of her, and so she can't. I don't think I can carry that.
Oh, you eat it.
Oopsie fix. He reaches in and he pulls out a gherkin.
And it's like, but still like she's gotta like hold it in her arms like this. And she's like she's trying to fly, and she just kind of keeps falling down, and she's like, I don't think I can hold this one either, but thank you, and you hold it for me, and I'll get it later.
Ooh, wow. New guy. Speaking of new guys, for all of us to go adventuring, we've got some bit bosses and some donations coming in.
Hey.
Bit boss giving Spartan Undead giving one to Katie, Scott Denuzo giving one to me, Sarah BC1 giving one to Trevor, and then we have Dark Knight.
Everybody I hear.
Nice, guys.
Yeah,
Dark Knight donating $5. Edge for Katie.
Katie.
Thank you.
Moon Dust Glitter Violet Sparkle Wish. That's a very big mouthful for me. Sarah BC1 donating $50. Mercy for the table.
Yay!
Thanks so much.
Guys.
Very nice. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, I feel confident that we can go now.
I go tell the guy.
Hurry up, Oopsie.
I thought this guy was gonna tell that guy.
Well, no, we can't go without being told. Remember all the trouble that Fanray got us into?
That's true. Okay, we'll wait for you.
I'll go in and I'll talk to
Time.
my notes guy, Jim. I have it written down. I wrote it somewhere.
No notes guy.
Nope, that's Kanshaka. Lakra Reshboon.
Yes. Wakaya is the newest administrator, taking over after the half-elf that nobody knew their name. And unfortunately, he died before he could tell anybody. So you make your way into the building. You go find the administrator. She's busy just doing paperwork herself. Come in. Tell her about this guy.
There's ogre out down the street. We go get it. Okay, bye.
And she's trying to ask questions as you're already walking out the door. You figure she'll sort out all the particulars on her. That's her job. So you guys just got to go take care of this ogre. That's your job. So you regather yourselves back outside the building. Corby, he never asked. His name's Corby, by the way. I gave it away. Oh no. Corby is happy that you guys are going to go take care of this ogre. He takes, I believe, I don't remember who it was, suggested that he wait inside, but he's goes inside. It's all right, well, good luck getting the ogre.
Yeah, good luck paying us after we get back.
And you rush off to fulfill a much more exciting task than you normally would have been assigned with as the day rolls on.
This is so exciting!
You head out the south gate of the city. There is a major tradeway, which is indeed, as Corby reported, typically safe and very well guarded, as it is under the protection of the royal government of Thaspir. Your contracts rarely involve dangers along this trade route, but the immediacy of the threat demands your attention. After all, the routes are very frequently traveled, and if there is an ogre threatening the area, then it could take many more victims at any moment. However, it is a well-maintained road and movement is quick and easy, and before too long, you see the distant stones of this very watchtower rising above the road. At this point, you're about a quarter mile out. There is, unfortunately, very little cover between you and this tower. It is, by design, a great vantage point over the surrounding lands. So what do you do?
I'm kind of flying. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm flying in between Reese and is it Reese or Riss? Rius and Trevor?
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I haven't met you guys yet. So I'm gonna just kind of fly in between them and be like, hi, I really didn't get a chance to meet you. I'm Moondust Glittervalley Sparklewishes, and I'm best friends with Pipa, and I want to know more about all my friends. Do you have a family or siblings, or where are you from, and do you have a favorite color and favorite animal?
I was hatched from an egg.
Whoa! That's so exciting.
Yes.
I used to live on a farm, and then some kid just showed up in the middle of my farm, and now he's my adopted son. He punches walls, so we named him The Wall. Yeah, and now I'm just on this job to get away from him.
Oh.
Yeah, and my favorite color is blue.
Oh, that's a really pretty color. I like all the colors, so if you were to ask me what my favorite color was, it'd be all of them.
What's your favorite color?
All of them. If you could imagine the color of sparkle as a color, that would be my favorite color.
Oh, I hear that, and I turn around and go, me too!
This is why we're best friends! Oh, this is really exciting. I'm from this crazy little land that you've probably never heard of, and I have 3 sisters and 2 dads, and I love unicorns.
Ow. I had a really tragic life. but we're not going to talk about that right
Oopsie
now.
starts climbing the hill.
Yeah.
All right. So you just start making your way.
Dylan
You
out of
guys
his
are just
shirt.
walking towards the watchtower at this point. Is anybody else doing anything in particular, or are you just talking with Moondust as you're making your way there?
I'm gonna try to kind of keep a lookout since I can kind of look over all their heads.
Sure.
But yeah, just distracting of Moondust talking.
I'm gonna do that thing like as it's if it's someone like you don't really know or don't really want to talk to, like you answer them, but you take steps back and then you answer them again, and you take some more steps back, and so I'm following Oopsie, but I'm still like, oh yes, sparkles, okay.
and she's basically flying backward, just like as you're moving forward, she's just flying backward and like
So you guys get as you're making your way, Rius is trying to keep a lookout. You don't see anything that sparks your interest at first, except make a perception check. Actually, why don't you go ahead?
All of us or Rius?
Just Rius.
Okay.
Got some new dice too.
Whoa!
Let's see how we do. Okay, that's pretty good. That's going to be a 21.
21. Okay, you can see. You're at this point. You're about 120 feet away from the tower, and you're looking at it, and you can indeed see, like blood spatter, now dried and sort of rusty colored along the outer walls of the watchtower. There must have been some kind of battle outside the tower, and it is about this time that you see a great knobby head. Topped with a great pointed hat, peer up over the crenellations at the very top of the tower, and a great hulking figure rises as it spots you. It is indeed an ogre. To some of you, a vaguely familiar ogre, and it says, "Hey, go away, no small people, only me, go away."
My God.
No. Rog, it's ghosts.
I start turning
Rog,
around.
hey, ghost! Rog,
Rog,
cast
ghost
smudge a
friend.
missile! And he bends down. You see him pick up this great rock
No.
and chuck it through
No.
the air, and it comes sailing, landing with a thud in the dirt, just shy of where you're standing. His aim was not quite right, but as he bends down, you can see he's about to grab another chunk of stone, and you realize that things are about to get out of hand. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh.
Rog, we didn't kill you for a reason. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
Hey, that's a natural one.
Oh.
No.
Waste the ones on this. We're good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
I
did not
wish
get
I
a
would have
very
got
good
it when I hit him, but it's okay.
Don't hit Rog.
Trevor, what is your initiative?
27.
27. Very nice. Rius?
Mine's that same number minus 20.
Okay.
Okay.
You actually have a pretty good bonus. Too bad you rolled a 1.
I know.
Oopsie?
17.
17 for Oopsie. Moondest?
17.
29.
Damn.
All right. And Pipa?
26.
You can go to
That's
hell,
a good one for
Moondust.
me. Aww.
Okay.
New guy. Don't yell at new guy.
What is your bonus? Like 32?
It's 10,
Oh, wow.
but I rolled a
Hey.
19, so.
Okay.
So
Math checks out.
Moondust, Glitter, Violet, Sparkle Wishes. Again, you're about 120 feet away from this tower. This rock comes sailing through there, spats in the dirt, puffs of debris go everywhere from the impact. You realize that if that had hit somebody, they could have gotten very seriously injured. And this ogre at the top of the tower seems like he's getting ready to throw yet another rock. What do you do?
I go invisible.
All right, you become invisible. 2 actions to you just disappear from sight. You do have 1 action left.
Is readying a bow in action?
Readying an action actually costs 2 actions. So you ready an action that you would take on that when it's not your turn, but it costs you 2 actions to do that.
Okay, so I can only really move, right?
You could move, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna fly over toward Pipa, and
Okay.
I'm gonna like kind of hide in her hair. Hi, it's
Okay,
just
so
me.
you-
Don't freak out. Okay.
You just hide in Pipa's hair. So you're on Pipa. Trevor, Stone Rage, it is your turn.
How far away from our Rog am I?
Just from the tower, you're about 120 feet away. And then he's on top of the tower, and the tower itself is about 20 feet tall.
Rog, I wanted you to join. You were supposed to join us. You were supposed to bring balance to heroic endeavors. I'm gonna do full 3-action sprint.
Okay. So you move 90 feet up. Or is your movement 25 feet or is it 30 feet?
It is 30 feet.
30 feet. So you move 90 feet up. You're about 30 feet away from the tower, but you're just running, trying to get up there. You're looking up at Rog. He's looking down at you now. He's like, "Oh no, go away! It's for Rog only." Pipa, it is your actions. You've got a pixie riding your hair. What do you do?
Is there anywhere to hide on the sides?
Unfortunately, there's very little cover. The watchtower, again, by design, they wanted to make it so that from the watchtower you have a good view of the surrounding lands.
And he's very far up, right? You said that
he's
20 ran
feet.
90
He's
feet?
120 feet, just in a straight line, 120 feet, and then he's also up, so he's 20 feet in the air too, because he's on top of the tower. Yeah.
Okay. I'll start kind of zigzagging running so that in case he throws a rock, I get avoided.
Sure.
And I say to Moondust, I'm like, hold on tight, here we go. And then I just start like running and zigzagging. And then
I'll move you.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll move you 60 feet ahead, but if he throws a rock at you, you will get a +2 bonus to your armor class.
Thank you.
Oopsie.
I want to look up there and shout to Rog, intimidating him.
Okay.
Rog, you be nice to ghosts or we haunt you.
All right, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
25, Jim.
All right, he's fought you ghosts before and lost. He's a little shaken by the effort. So that is a success, and he is frightened 1.
And then I will draw a sling for my last action.
All right, you draw your sling. You do technically have one more action.
Can I load and fire or just load?
Just loading, because it has a reload of 1, right?
Reload of 1, yes.
Yeah, so 1 action to reload as well.
All right,
so
then I will pick up a rock.
You pick up a rock and load it in the sling, and you are ready to rock for your next action. It is now Rog's turn. He's a little scared after the ghost threatened him. But from the top of the tower, he looks down and he sees that Trevor is closest. So he says, "Magic missile!" and chucks this rock down right at you, Trevor Stone Rage. So here comes the rock, and that is going to hit armor class 26.
That just misses.
Oh, no.
Yes, that hits.
All right, so there it hurts. This is no tiny little rock. This is no slingstone from Oopsie's pouch. This is like a chunk of stone that comes whizzing down, slams you in the shoulder. You take 16 points.
Oh my God. Is that ironic that Stone Rage is getting hit by stones?
No.
And that was 1 action. So then he reaches down, grabs another rock as his second action. And for his third action, he will chuck one out at Pipa. Remember, Pipa, you have a +2 bonus to your armor class because you've been zigging and zagging.
Also, what if he felt guilty about it, Jim?
You are nowhere near 15 feet like there is a lot of distance between
I was
you
being more
and your
existential
allies.
than mechanical, Jim.
He does feel a little frightened, which I'm taking into account though. So this second attack is only going to hit a 15.
Nope.
So this second huge rock comes sailing over, splatting in the ground where you just were, Pipa, but because of your dodging and weaving, you managed to get out of the way. And that was his third action to throw that rock. So we move on to Rius.
Yes, I see Rug tossing rocks and Stone Rage get hit hard. Rius Rius knows, especially with Stone Rage here, he gets beat up by everyone a lot. So he's actually going to hold up his hand, take one of his fingers, and he's just going to slice open his palm, squeeze his hand really tight, and the blood starts glowing. I'm going to cast False Life on myself.
Oh.
Okay. Give yourself a little boost.
Yep. And then I'm going to start heading towards the tower, but I'm going to kind of go towards the outside where... like a different direction, so it's very hard to try to hit all of us.
So is False Life a 2-action spell?
Yes.
Okay, so you, with your third action, you'll get 30 feet up. So just so you all know, Moondust and Pipa, you are about 60 feet away from the tower, because Pipa, Moondust, you're riding Pipa, who's moving. Trevor, you're closest to the tower, only 30 feet away. Oopsie, you're still the furthest at 120 feet. And then Rius, you are 90 feet away from the tower because you cast a spell and then moved. So at the top of the round, Moondust, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes, it is your turn.
I'm going to shake a little bit and get some little fairy dust on an arrow.
All right.
And I'm gonna like pop out from Pipa's hair.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire a shot at this ogre. And my fairy dust that I'm going to attempt is going to be sleep.
Sleep. All right, you're going to try to put him to sleep.
Here we go. Was I not supposed to go?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You are definitely.
15 plus 13.
28. Even with the cover that Rog is getting from the tower and the crenellations, that is a hit. You put an arrow just right in his shoulder, his big meaty shoulder, as he's lifting another rock to try to see if he can throw it at somebody. So now I believe he needs to make a will save.
Just so you know, Jim, Scott Denuzzo became a bit boss. Gave Rog a reroll.
No.
Rog. You might need it.
Caravan 7 also became the bit boss.
Hey.
But didn't respond, so I rolled a d6, and you got it.
Oh.
I love it. I might need it because I definitely don't want to fall asleep. That is a 17.
No.
For the will save, which is a failure.
That's a fail.
Let me check. I probably will go ahead and use one of my rerolls at least. I gotta make a good the old college try on getting this save. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my hero points.
You don't have any sinks.
No.
Oh yeah, there we go. 18 on the die, bringing my total up to a 25.
Oh. You pass.
So instead of going to sleep, he gets stuck, but you still deal damage. So you can deal your arrows damage.
4. Oh,
yeah.
Shoot. Sorry. No, hang on. My dice.
Always a problem.
Okay, here we go. Aw, all right, plus 4. That's only 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Hey, it's something.
Do I have another action?
You prepared an arrow, you fired an arrow, you do have one more action.
Can I prepare my next arrow, or no, that was 2 actions, right?
It's 1 action to prepare your arrow, so you can do that.
I'm going to prepare my arrow.
Okay, same deal, sleep spell?
Yes.
Okay, make another sleepy arrow, and it is Trevor's turn. You're closest to the tower, but you also just got slammed with this rock. However, you realize that if you could get into the tower, which you could do pretty easily, he wouldn't be able to throw rocks at you.
Rog. He's going to do Intimidating Glare.
Okay.
I was gonna do that.
Well, I mean, you still can.
Mine's up on my phone, you jerk.
That's literally...
Yeah, I literally have mine up, ready to do it as well.
Well, you should have rolled better in initiative.
I mean, I did it last round.
Well, to be fair, when you become Frightened 1, at the end of your turn, your frightened condition reduces, so he's no longer frightened.
Okay, so we can do it again.
So it is valuable to continue to frighten him.
Ooh, a 27.
27. That is a critical success, I believe. So he is not just frightened 1, he is frightened 2. He sees you rush up, you glare up at him. He sees you take this rock, and he remembers again. He's like, "Oh, ghost gonna go wrong. No, no, no!" And he is quite frightened 2.
So that was 1 action. Second action, I'm going to move into the watchtower.
Okay.
And and third action, I am going to rage.
Okay. You rush inside the tower. When you get in there, you come into, it's this, basically the base of the tower is just this large open chamber, and you can see spatters of rusty, dried blood everywhere. The furniture in here is overturned and splintered and smashed up. There is a bubbling stew toward the western side of the room, and on the eastern side of the room, there's a staircase that spirals up to the second floor of the tower. But you take your third action to rage, and we move on to Pipa.
Okay. Can I zigzag up to 30 feet? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But if I look up, how far up is he?
At this point, you're both 30 feet away from the tower, and he's 20 feet up, so I guess you're like, 45 feet away in a direct line to Rog?
Can I in maybe one action, I don't think that's possible, to get up to... I want to cast Charm, but Charm is at 30 feet. The distance is 30 feet.
Yeah, even if you were right under him, the problem is once you actually get to the tower, now you don't have you'd be looking directly up. You wouldn't even be able to see Rog. So
okay. Then I'll just zigzag my way into the tower with Moondust on my shoulder.
Sure, you zigzag your way up into the tower. You get in there. Again, you see the same thing that Trevor sees, but you see him standing there, and he's got that look in his eyes, and he's like, and he looks like he's about to go and just destroy everything that bothers him.
That's a lot.
That soup bothers me.
It is Oopsie's turn. You got a loaded sling, and you are 120 feet away from the tower. What do you do?
Yeah. Seeing that, I'm gonna run as close to the tower as I can get to, with the intent.
If you take all 3 actions to move, that would put you at 30 feet away from the tower.
All right, that's my that's what I do.
Okay.
With the intent to climb up the outside.
All right. It is now my turn. We've got Oopsie down below and Rius. So the first thing that Rog does is he reaches down and grabs a rock. He's looking at Oopsie. He looks at Rius. He looks at Oopsie. He looks at Rius. And he just decides that he's going to chuck it almost straight down at Oopsie, since Oopsie is at least closer.
Rog.
Here comes the rock. Probably not very good. That is only an 18 to hit.
That's not enough.
Not enough. Actually, it would be even worse. Sorry, 16 to hit, because he is frightened too.
Well, that makes it a critical fail. No, it doesn't.
He critically fails. Yeah, I mean, he just like chucks the rock. In fact, it's like he can't make up his mind between Rius and Oopsie, so he throws it sort of in the middle of both of you, like away from anybody. And then he reaches down, grabs another rock, and that is his third action, to have the rock in his hand. So he is done for now. Rius, 90 feet away from the tower. What do you do?
Adam, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
I can only hear you.
There we go. Yeah, so everybody else is practically already in. I don't know where Moondust went. She just went poof and disappeared. I'm going to go ahead and I'll use all 3 of my actions to get to the tower.
Okay, you are 90 feet away, so all 3 of your actions will get you just inside the tower. Again, you see that Pipa and Moondust is riding on Pipa's head and is also there, and so is Trevor. Oopsie, you are still the only one outside the tower when we move on to the next round, and Moondust, it is your turn.
I'm going to shoot that arrow that I readied.
Well, currently you're inside the tower, so you can't see Rog.
Oh, yeah.
How far in are we?
You're just inside. You're basically just in this room. You do see that on the eastern side of the room, there's a staircase that would lead up the tower.
But we could see him from outside.
You could from outside, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna go fly back outside.
Okay.
And I have a fly speed of 40. Would 40 feet allow me visuals?
Oh, yeah. You go back outside. You can definitely get a line of sight on him.
and then I'm gonna shoot my arrow.
All right, you shoot your arrow. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh, okay. This time is going to be 14 plus 13.
28.
Which is, yes.
That's a good one.
All right, that is another hit.
Yay.
So Rogrog has to make a save again against the sleep. That is looking pretty good. 22.
Dang it! No! If only I had one sink. All right, but he is gonna take. Ooh, that's max. No, that's not max damage, but 6 plus 4, so 12 points of
10?
damage.
6 plus 4 is 10.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, 10,
But
sorry.
it was.
That's Diana's
What did I say?
You said 12.
12.
Oh,
It's okay, Katie.
6 plus 4 is 64.
You want to know
See-
why? Because I was rolling a d8 plus 4 and
Ah.
reading the 8 plus 4 and being like 12.
So you flew back outside. You fired your arrow. You do have one action left.
Can I shoot another arrow?
No.
No.
You could, yeah.
I go invisible.
You. That's a 2-action spell.
Dang it. Okay, fine. I shoot another arrow, but I can't put the pixie dust on it.
Yeah, this one would just be a regular arrow. So go ahead and fire.
That's fine.
I mean, don't you like just have pixie dust all over you that just kind of smothers it at all times?
I mean, you'd
Like-
assume that, but
She has enough annoying abilities. We don't need to make them worse.
I don't know if I'm going to hit on this one. It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 with the cover that Rogrog is getting, that is going to miss.
Okay.
So your arrow just pings off the stones near where he's standing. And that was your third action, so we move to Oopsie.
Wait.
Nope, he
Oh,
said
wait.
oopsie.
Nope, never mind. Sorry, Trevor. It's your turn.
How dare you? Rag, rag! How much do I have to run to get to him?
Well, if you want to run up the stairs, that would be one action.
Uh-huh.
So you rush up the stairs and you get to the second level of the tower. At the second level of the tower, you come into another open chamber. But this one looks like it must have been where the guards on duty were sleeping. You see overturned beds and smashed footlockers. As you enter the room, you hear Rogrog's voice from an open trap door in the ceiling of this room. And it says, "Get 'em, familiar!" And suddenly, as you enter the room, a great black mass of legs leaps out from behind one of the overturned beds as a dog-sized spider uses a ready-to-action to leap and attack.
A dog-sized spider?
Wait, hang on. This is a great time to mention that Sarah BC1 donated $35, giving a sink for the table, but an edge for Jim.
Ooh, edge for me, you say.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Sarah. This spider unexpectedly leaps out from out of nowhere and tries to bite ya. And that is going to be a... Sorry, I gotta open it up. Where did the spider go? Where's my spider page? That is going to be a 14 to hit.
That will not hit the
You are
mighty
raging. Did you
treble.
take the raging penalty to your armor class?
Yes, I did.
Fine. All right, so it leaps out, tries to bite you, but you're too quick on your feet. In this room, you see that there is a ladder that leads up to a trapdoor, and at the top of it, you can see Rogrog is like leaning down, looking at you, calling like, "Yeah, got familiar, got him." But what do? That was just one action so far that you've used. So what are your other two actions?
Oh, you done goofed. I hate spiders! And he's gonna... he's going to attack.
Okay, sure, do it.
Does a 17?
Oh yeah, the 17 is that's exactly what you needed.
Yes. Oh, look at all this damage, Jim. Oh, 17 plus 11. 28 damage.
28 points of damage. I mean, you don't even like cut the spider. You just splat it with the flat of the blade, and its legs like splay out, and just bug guts go flying everywhere. And you see Rogrog, who was a moment ago like, "God, I'm familiar." He goes, "No, familiar, no." as the spider like twitches just a few times and is clearly dead.
Yeah, come here, Rog. You're not so powerful, are you? And,
you have but one more action left.
Cool, he's gonna use that to do another intimidating glare.
All right, go ahead and make your intimidation check.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. 1 + 7. Does an 8 intimidate him?
No, an 8 does not intimidate him. Maybe he's just so distraught at having seen his familiar die that he's no longer frightened of you.
I end my turn.
All right, it is Pipa's turn. You're still at the bottom of the tower.
Where has Oopsie and Rius stepped into the tower?
Rius has just come in. I believe Oopsie's in, right? Yeah. Oopsie's still outside, but he looks like he's coming into the tower very soon.
Okay, I'll start heading up the stairs.
Okay, one action gets you to the top of the stairs. You see Trevor standing over this splattered giant spider. There's a ladder, and up at the top of the ladder, there's a trap door that leads up to the roof, and Rog is like leaning down, looking in. What do you do?
Can I cast Charm on him?
At this point, yeah, you can cast Charm. Is it a 1 action or a 2 action spell?
It's 2 actions.
Okay, you've used 1 action so far, so you still have 2 actions.
Okay.
So Rog is going to make a will save.
Yes.
Again. So many will saves that Rog has to make. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Aw, yeah, you're fine.
All right, so you cast this spell, and Rog looks at you, and he says, No, ghost, no, that trick, no, charm me.
Can I say something to him real quick?
Yeah.
I gave you back your spell book. How dare you be mean to all of us?
And that's it.
It is Oopsie's turn.
How tall is this tower?
The tower is about 20 feet tall.
I'm gonna use 2 movements to get up it.
Okie dokie. You need an athletics check for each move requires an athletics check.
First one is a 16 on the die plus 6.
All right, so you
22.
begin climbing fairly easily.
And the second one is a hero point.
Hey.
And that worked out well. A 19.
A 19, it's tricky, but you do manage to get up to you're basically like hanging off the crenellations at this point at the end of your second move. You have 1 action left.
I want to drop down onto, or next to Rog.
Okay.
And go boo!
All right, you drop down next to Rog. He looks over, he's like, no, ghost get her now, no. It is now Rog's turn. Rog looks at you. He didn't expect to see you. He was focused on your companions down below. So he says, Rog cast fly! And reaches to grab you. This is going to be against your athletics DC, which is 10 plus your athletic skill.
I love Rog.
And that is going to be dirty 20 to grab you. So he grabs onto you with his first action.
No.
In his second action, he lifts you up and tries to throw you off the tower. As he throws you, you can attempt a reflex save to try to grab the edge as you fall past the edge of the tower.
Oh my god.
If you have your reaction left, which you do because you have not used a reaction yet.
Well, hang on, let me check something here. Yep. 2 on the die, Jim.
So he's trying to grab for the tower, but you instead just go falling, tumbling end over end, slam on the ground 20 feet
Hang
below.
on, Jim.
Okay, yes.
Hang on.
Okay, I'm hanging.
I have something called a savior spike.
Okay.
The pyramid-shaped spike is attached to the armor of a chess piece. When you activate the spike, it shoots a strand of force to help you gain purchase. If you roll a success on the triggering attempt, you get a critical success. You roll a critical fail, you get a failure. My modified out was a 13.
Okay.
So
a 13 would be a failure, but if a failure becomes a success, then...
Roll a success. No. Okay, never mind. I read that wrong. It makes it either a critical success or a regular failure. It doesn't...
Gotcha.
Okay, I read that wrong. So I go flying, GM.
You go flying, and thud, 20 feet below. Normally that's 10 points of damage, but I believe that you get to reduce that.
Yeah, I treat it as if it's 10 feet shorter, and then I treat it again as if it's half the distance.
Okay, so you would take you would take 5 points of damage if it's 10 feet shorter, and then half of that. So you take 3 points of falling damage. However, you are prone on the ground outside the tower. That was Rogrog. Rogrog used 2 actions to do that. And then with his third action, you don't see him do anything. It is Rius's turn.
So I see Oopsie outside the door disappear, and I see him come right back to him. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and head up the stairs.
All right, you head up the stairs with 1 action. You are with everybody. Everybody's in this room except for Moondust, Glitter Violet, Sparkwishes, and Oopsie. There's a dead spider. There's a ladder and a trapdoor.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on Trevor.
Okay.
Draw the little rune onto Trevor.
Alrighty.
So that is second action, and for a third one. He's up through the trapdoor. That's right. Yeah, that's about what I got. I'm just gonna. I'll wait. No, actually, I'm gonna reach into my one of my pouches and pull out a bottle.
All right. So you ready yourself for some further action later on, but that is the end of your turn for now. So we move on to good old Moondust.
Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes.
Yes.
She's going to fly. If she flies straight up, will she be? Will he still be concealed?
No, if you can get above him, he won't have that cover.
Okay, I'm gonna fly straight up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna ready my arrow with my fairy dust and shoot him.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Okay. 13 plus 13. 26.
26 is a hit.
Okay, now it's your turn to make a will save.
Okay. Darn will saves.
I thank you.
Okay.
I have a sink. Thank you, sink. Thank you for my sink.
Still pretty good though. I've got a 24 with the sink as a 23.
Michael Jordan.
Can we still sink you?
You could down to a 22.
Anyone else want to sink him?
I'll sink him.
Anyone else want to sink him?
That's all I got.
Wow, guys.
So we've gone from a 24 to a 21 at this point.
No one else has a sink?
Rius, I'm looking straight at you.
No, you're not. You're upstairs. Oh, I guess I'm upstairs too.
Well, the DC, unless Rius
I'll
wants to...
I'll give him a sink too.
Oh, then, Jim, you fail. The DC is a 21, so at a 20, you would fail.
I fail, and on a failure against sleep, I go to sleep for 1 minute.
Yes.
So Rogrog, you see Rogrog is right next to this. It looks like this. Looks like another boiling kettle of some kind, and he's got his hands like on it, and he's looking over at the trapdoor, and then this arrow comes right between the shoulder blades, and he looks, he's like trying to get it. He's like, oh no, and he slumps over onto the stones, and he's asleep.
I think he was really tired. I'm gonna fly back. Sorry, I have another action, right?
Yep, you do.
I'm gonna fly back down to Pipa if I can.
Okay. You don't really necessarily know where Pipa is. Last you saw her, she was at the bottom of the tower.
Okay, I only have like 40 feet, so I would. What if I could see him? Couldn't I fly down to where he was?
Yeah, you can fly down to him. Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of like what I meant. Like I'll fly down there and hopefully see Pipa.
Okay, yeah. So Pipa is like down. Like there's this trap door that Rog was standing near. You look in the trap door. You do see Pipa down in the room below.
Okay.
And it is Trevor's turn. Well, we can come out of initiative at this point.
Wait, no. What? No.
Yeah, I mean he's sleeping now.
I was gonna murder him.
No.
He still can. He's just sleeping.
Trevor would climb up the stairs and go, he's about to sleep for a long time, and stab him in the chest.
Okay. You go up to the top of the tower, and with one action to climb the ladder. You get up there. You have your sword. You get your sword back out. There's another action. You have one action left, and if you want to just murder Rog, you can. He's sleeping. You can't do a darn thing.
He set a spider on me.
I get it.
You're gonna kill him?
Yeah, with a dirty 20.
The fans would be very mad at you.
You don't even have to roll to hit. I would say that he's helpless at this time, so you can just roll damage as if it were a critical hit.
You're a monster.
First gibbets and then Rog.
That's a 12 on one die, a 4 on the other, so 16, 36, 40.
Oh my god.
47 damage.
And Rog.
Can I use my hero point for Chew to reroll?
No, you can't force Chew to reroll. I mean, yeah, you just drive your sword into Rog's sleeping chest, and he expires. He is dead.
Why did you do that?
Boo!
He was sleeping.
He was misunderstood, Trevor.
Yeah, now he's sleeping forever.
Well, yeah, sometimes that happens. Put people to sleep, but you didn't need to hurt him after he was sleeping.
No, see, you misunderstood. I never kill anyone. I just make them fall asleep for a very, very long time.
Where's Oopsie?
Oopsie pops his head up from the crenellations again, having done the climb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Oopsie, what happened?
Oh. Trevor.
I don't like this new friend.
With the sad, tragic passing of Rog, why don't we go ahead and see what chat has to say about all of this?
You want to know what they're saying, Jim? They're saying, boo!
I believe I'm seeing a lot of boos, a lot of Trevor is the worst.
I see that.
Trevor worse than Harry. Wow.
Well, that's the DAT network saying it. That's not the fans.
No, but
they probably feel the same way. Yeah, it's fine. I'll kill him again. Bring him back to life. I'll kill him again.
Rog was gonna be the next gibbets, bro.
He had a chance to join our group, and he put a spider on me and threw a rock at me.
Calm down, Hitler.
There is now.
I didn't put him in a gas
already
chamber.
a chatbot command, a nightbot command that says never forget what Trevor did to poor sweet
Wow, and it said that I have been removed from heroic endeavors.
Wow,
so
that's rough.
I will see you guys later. It was fun playing with you.
You know, I'm a redemption champion.
You can now only come back for a villains episode.
Oh, that's fine. I'll murder all of you. Except Pipa. She's cool.
Oh, thank you.
And Moondust Sparkle Violet Glitter wishes.
I'm glad I didn't invite you to
Violet
the
Sparkle
barbecue.
wishes.
Okay.
I'm gonna read a comment. Imp in my head says, if Rog throws a giant bell down the tower at Pipa, that's the alarm spell. I like that one. That's fun.
I had all kinds of other Rog spells in my back pocket, but we'll never know what they are now.
I mean, you shouldn't have put him to sleep. Maybe he'd still be alive.
I was gonna charm him so we can talk to him and tie him up.
If only that worked the first
So you
time.
could tie him up. You can
still tie him up.
You can still tie him up. I don't know how much talking he will do, but you can still tie him up. Here, I'll do it for you. Jim, Trevor ties him up.
What if in the distance you see riding on a giant rock, a dwarven druid just flies in, casts reincarnate and flies off?
Maybe in another world that would be the case, but unfortunately, it's just not the world we live in.
I don't regret this at all. I will gladly take the hate.
I'm gonna say another one real quick. Delirious 2019 says, Alex intimidates Glare. Dual, don't rage instead.
I'm gonna roll to see if I beat that.
We do have a resub from Caravan 7 for 25 months.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's more than 2 years.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
So let's get back into our sad, tragic adventure.
It's not that sad, Jim.
It's very sad.
Calm down.
Rogrog has passed. Rogrog has died at the hands of the evil Trevor Stone Rady. And what do you guys do? I mean, Rogrog's, the danger's over. There's definitely the ogre dead. That's for sure. What do you guys do?
I loot his dead body.
Check out this room down below.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Both Rius and Trevor can go ahead and do one.
Awesome.
Can I make sure Oopsie looks okay?
A dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check on Oopsie.
To make sure he's okay. 'Cause we did. I'm sure we heard the crash.
Oh, sure. It was quite spectacular.
15 plus 8.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, Oopsie's like barely bruised by his fall.
Oh, wow.
Oopsie invulnerable.
Yeah, Oopsie doesn't mind falling all that much. Trevor, you are looting the corpse, fan favorite Rogrog, and you find, he was carrying this like sort of uprooted sapling as a staff. He does have a book in a big leather bag on his belt. He has a couple of bottles of this sludgy liquid, and they're like marked with weird little pictograms that really make no sense to you.
And I wouldn't be able to roll like a check. I mean, no, he's an ogre, not a giant.
Do you have like craft as an ability?
Nope. No, I do not.
You're not quite sure. There's some weird brown sludge liquid that sloshes around in these containers that he's got marked in these weird little containers. It's just, he had no idea what the heck is going on there. But other than that, like, he wasn't really carrying a whole lot. He's got like these big, he tried to fashion robes out of animal skins. So there's this big patchwork of animal skins in robe shape.
I'll probably take the book.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have the potions. I'll walk up to the trapdoor and chuck one at Rius and we go, "What does this say?"
Throwing a potion bottle down at me?
Yeah, for you to catch and read it.
Well, I'm in the middle of searching stuff, so I didn't.
Oh, I should have remembered that.
Speaking of searching, Rius, what did you get for your perception?
25.
25. Yeah, you're looking around. Definitely, there was an attack here for sure. Things are smashed up. You see a lot of like weapon score marks all around. You find some arrows embedded in some of the bedding. You find obviously blood everywhere. But you don't see any bodies. And it looks to you like you just get the sense that there had to have been like there was some kind of skirmish here between several individuals. Like this wasn't like one. It's just because you're looking up at Rogrog and the way that he fights, and it's just like this doesn't. Again, like you're seeing like deep score marks, like bladed weapons in like the bedpost, and there's arrows. It's like this doesn't add up to what like Rogrog probably didn't do this.
I would probably shout up to all of them, just be like, yes, I don't believe that Rogrog was the one causing all this trouble. Unfortunately, I think he happened to fall upon this scene.
Oopsie.
Can I use my warfare lore to figure out if this was the act of the trained unit of the guards that are normally here, or potentially like mercenaries, or
absolutely, absolutely make that check.
Oh, that's a good lore.
Ooh, 17 plus 5, 23.
23. Yeah, you get looking around at the scene of this battle. You definitely come to the same conclusion that Rius does, which is this was like this wasn't Rog coming in here and slaughtering everybody. It looks like from just some general things, it looks like the guards may have been caught by surprise. So perhaps this was some kind of ambush or raid that happened at night, or at least when they weren't alert. And you get the sense that whoever attacked the watchtower, they attacked it specifically. They knew what they were doing. They were trained. I mean, they overwhelmed, 6 of the soldiers of the Royal Guard of Thaspir, which is, a pretty decent feat to accomplish. These are definitely somebody attacked and somebody was trained and knew what they were doing. And it looks like to you that they may have actually carried the bodies off because certainly people died here. You could tell just from the amount of blood, but they may have either taken prisoners or just carried the corpses off for whatever reason, or who knows.
Share that information.
Sure.
In the blood splatter, Jim, on the ground, are there any footprints of any kind?
Survival would be a good check to make.
What do I have for survival? It's a 13.
13. You see a lot of like drag marks and you see a lot of motion. It's difficult to tell. There's not really any tracks that you could follow. I will tell you that you see like in the blood, it's pretty obvious there are some human like boot prints, but then there are also these like overlarge like canine prints.
Hawk? Just joking.
Hawk did this.
Can I investigate the room that Rog was in upstairs?
Rog was up on the roof. Go ahead and make a check. Yeah.
And I'm in Pipa's hair, and all she can hear is like quiet little like sobs. And Moondust Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes is using Pipa's hair as like a tissue.
Oh, you got the leaves. You just open your eyes. It's sad. It's a tragic day for all of us.
I
still don't feel bad.
Well, you might, because Sarah BC1 just donated $75. Says Wild Magic on Trebor.
Jim,
Trevor.
bring him
Sarah.
back and I will kill him again.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you like this?
We've been asking that for years, Katie.
Yeah.
21, Jim.
21. Okay, you would guess that actually whatever battle occurred did not reach the roof. You do find that Rog had some like pot of like boiling oil up here, which with Oopsie's warfare lore, he can tell you that that's basically like a defense tactic for the tower. It's very likely that had you tried to climb the ladder while Rog was still alive, he would have poured boiling oil on you. Whatever spell that was going to be, probably would have hurt a lot. But
yeah, you guys act like a gnome who is raging has the common sense to not attack someone who just attacked him several times.
It's okay, Trevor. It's okay.
He didn't attack you once.
Yes, he took me almost half my health points.
I didn't even get to know his favorite color, and he could have been my very best friend.
Oh, right. Sparkle, he told me his favorite color in his dying wish, to let you know, and it was green.
Trevor, normally I would have you roll for your wild magic, but I think in light of recent events, I am going to just tell you the wild magic that's here.
And two, Jim Jam?
Even me, because this one is very appropriate. We had this one pop up before, but I kept it around because there are a couple of options that it can manifest as.
Oh my god, I know the exact one you're talking about.
Become the monster. You must roll a d4 to determine what monster you become.
Oh.
I take my little finger and I'm comforting Moondust while we're discussing all of this.
You guys are looking at Trevor.
Sorry.
And you see his skin starts to turn really gray and his shoulders start to slump and he starts to melt into this puddle of gray ooze on the ground. And Trevor, I'm going to drop a link in our Zoom chat that goes to the page for your new stat block for the rest of the episode as you turn into a gray ooze.
I wanted the other one.
You can still speak. You can still speak. You have all of your personality and your memories. You are Trevor, but for all intents and purposes, your character sheet is now the stat block that I just linked to you. For the gray
where does my
ooze.
sword go?
It's just all of your equipment just becomes a part of this gray oozy
as
mass.
long as my sword is still there. Oh, my Jim!
Does Trevor, did he just die too? Oh, good riddance.
Oh, don't touch! Don't touch!
The ooze is talking?
No touch!
Oh my Pipa!
I'm just joking. Are you okay?
No. Just jokes have hidden meanings for truth.
What happened? What happened?
Oh my God! Rog knows magic. In his dying wish, he cast it.
You hear a voice. Rog cast polymorph. And dies.
Oh my! He was an arch wizard, everyone.
Oh.
That's also maybe gonna be a best friend of mine, but
Moondust, you could be friends with what are you? A big puddle of glop.
Oh my God!
No touch! Don't touch him!
I don't know.
Don't get on my leaves, because I don't like being dirty. I already have snot in it.
Ooh. I am so hefty and immune to so many things.
But how fast can you move?
That's not even a concern. 10 feet.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Now he is worse than Harry.
I'll
He
be
is
there
now worse than Harry
eventually.
Plopper.
Can
Hey,
we really not touch you?
I'm not allowed to cuss,
help you?
but forget you guys. I am nowhere close to Harry Plopper.
Unfortunately, touching the gray ooze is very dangerous,
Okay.
as they're made of a highly acidic goop.
Is he healed? Because I think I saw Trevor before and he was bloodied up. So would the ooze be healed?
Yeah, I would say the ooze. You come into being with all of the hit points.
Okay, just so I can make sure he's
Yeah,
good.
he's okay. As far as you can tell, he's a tough ooze puddle.
I don't do any damage. I'm so weak.
You just melt people, don't you?
you know, one time my dad's told me this story about bad guys. When you do bad things, sometimes it's a giant circle and bad things then happen to you. And I think that's what's happening, is that the sparkle gods looked down at you and they were like, that's a bad guy, and therefore you have to pay for being a bad guy until you're a good guy again.
Oh, maybe you should give me a hug and help me become a good guy.
I don't want to hug you.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to touch you. Oopsie keeps saying to not touch. So
Yeah, that too.
yeah.
We happen to have a bucket that we could stick you in.
Yeah, I know.
Oopsie
We
has
need
pickle bag, but Oopsie, go outside now. I'm gonna go outside and look for tracks, Jim.
Sure. Make a survival check.
Only a 12.
12. There are definitely tracks. You think that you can sort of tell that, again, there were definitely these. It's the weirdest thing, because you find all these canine footprints, but you get maybe the sense that they were two-legged creatures. And you're looking around, and you can't quite tell where they went off to, but you can definitely tell that there are. If you could get it right, there are tracks to follow.
I may be mixing games,
Okay.
Jim, but didn't we at one point come across a guy that was also a wolf?
I believe you are mixing games. I think there was some
Balisk,
wolf
maybe
people.
a snarling wolf with a rabbit in its jaws. From Dowry Farms. No?
I don't recall. I don't recall that specifically. Sorry.
That's way back season 1.
Yeah,
That was the
say,
basket
that's...
fruit thing.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that was a house sigil.
Yeah.
The Velasque house sigil was the snarling.
I should take
now,
notes like
now it all clicks. It's all clicking for me. But yes, that is true. You do have that. I mean, there is that house sigil. Velasque, last that you know, he was supposed to be arrested, but he fled the city and burned down his own manor before leaving.
Okay, well, can you walk, or do you just kind of sludge your way?
Hold on, let me try real fast. And he like jiggles like Jello, and you see him slowly moving to the side. He's like,
he jiggles about.
Oh God.
Okay, we need to go now.
Jim Jam, quick question.
Yes.
Since I have the Ruin of Striking in my body now, does that mean I get the Ruin of Striking?
No, your stat block is this creature.
Why do you hate
is
me?
What you are. And this
is it because I killed your favorite character?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Who can say?
So everything that you
it's almost as if Moondusk, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wish's assessment of the gods looking down and punishing you, and maybe it was more true than you realize.
Well, I hate you all.
You want.
Everything that you had turned into the gloop. So so I can't look at that book that you had, or
nope, it's on my possession.
Yeah, the spell book.
All gooped.
He's all gloopy. The fun thing is that you can just slide down the tower because you have a climb speed. So you can just like slurp down like a snail down the tower to the base.
Oh, so you guys at the bottom. Wow, Pipa.
That's Diana talking. We're good.
Let me just give you a hug and constrict you real fast. Why don't you roll me a DC acrobatics to get out?
Joking. I'm just joking. All right.
So you guys gather yourselves back down at the bottom of the tower. You know that some creatures attacked the guards here. The bodies are missing, probably taken by the attackers. You've spotted tracks, but it's difficult to tell so far. None of your trackers have been able to determine which way they go. Does anybody else want to make an attempt?
I'll attempt as well.
Is that a nature check?
Survival,
right?
I want to look at Rius, and I want to look down at, like, open my shirt and look at Dylan, and be like, Rius.
Yes.
Dylan good with nose. You have bigger nose. You maybe be good at like Dylan. Find where go.
Oh, my smell is unfortunately not incredibly attuned, but perhaps would Dylan?
No, it smells like dogs. Man wolf dogs.
Man wolf dogs.
Pipa, you tell him.
Use your nose? I don't understand.
See, Pipa tay.
Sure, and Rius will try to smell.
Okay, you can make a perception check then.
Oh wow, okay. That's a nat 20, Jim. 26.
You get everybody's watching you as you sort of like awkwardly get down on all fours and you're like sniffing around the ground like, I don't understand. This is like, I don't have an especially sharp nose. That's not what lizard people do. But from this vantage point, you do at least see a trail that leads off to the west away from the tower. These creatures, you can tell that there were several of them. Large, two-legged, canine creatures. You can see some drag marks in the grass, some spatters of blood occasionally. You can tell which way they left the tower from.
Yes, my nose, my amazing scent abilities points this way.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Always listen, oopsie. That's what we learn. Okay, go.
Dylan,
Come
thank
on,
you for
slime
having
man.
confidence in me, Dylan. I appreciate it.
I'll put my pickle jar or my pickle bag on the ground.
Okay.
And just come on, slime man, in go. I'll open it up for Trebor to climb into.
Mm-hmm.
Hope he doesn't melt your bag.
Well, pickle's ruined.
Oh, I think his voice, his sound is off.
Good blum.
Oh, he's clapping now. He can't hear.
Oh no!
That's all right.
Oh no!
Can we read comments while we wait?
Sure. Well, let's read some comments while Trevor tries to get back in here.
Oh, that's an echo.
Now we're echoing.
Echo.
Imp in my head says, "What would happen if you tossed a handful of Alka-Seltzer at Trevor right now?"
Hold on. All right, I can't hear
we got you.
anything.
Oh,
I hear you.
We hear you. Come in and come out again.
Yeah, I have you guys on chat. I'm not getting any feedback through my headphones.
You're super loud. Damn.
I did leave and come back.
Did you leave the Zoom?
I'm gonna, yeah. Once we hit a break, I'm gonna have to restart my computer and come back.
Okay. Well, in that case, I tell you what. Why don't we take our break a little bit early? Why don't we go on break now? Hopefully, we can get this tech issue solved so that we can hear Trevor's lovely voice when we come back, and we can all berate him for his horrible mistakes, and he'll be able to hear it, and that's important. So we'll go on break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. We'll see y'all in a few minutes.
We'll be back.
See you soon.
The mighty red dragon swoops in over the battlefield. The wind beating from its wings nearly knocks you over. As you stand in its mighty presence, you realize there is no hope for any of you.
Well, I'm out of spells, so I'm just a 10th level dude.
And I'm still unconscious. So if one of you could please go into my bag and get my healing potion, that'd be great.
Then I smash the lizard. Raging, charging, power attack.
Roll your worthless attack. Your pitiful attack glances off the dragon's scale, and it opens its mouth, casting you in the molten glow of its inner heat as it prepares to release its fiery breath upon you all.
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
What weapon could you possibly have to defeat the great dragon?
The greatest weapon in all the realm, forged by Norse foundry to defeat all evil.
No, it can't be.
Take up a fight against evil with the finest weapons in the realm at NorseFoundry.com. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday night on Twitch.
No.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the second half of our Heroic Endeavors episode. It's possibly one of the saddest episodes ever.
Yay.
Second only to the time when a horrible monster came in and killed poor Gibbets, ruining my fun forever. Once again, my fun has been ruined. It's okay. I've gotten to the point where I realize that if I put a monster in front of this group, I just have to be ready for it to perish horribly. And that's just how it is. So I've made my peace with it. I hope all of you have too. And, of course, we have turned Trevor into a gray sludge, which I think is revenge enough. The real question, however, is James back with us? And that is a great question, because I believe his frozen, awkward face leads me to believe that he is not currently back in our video call. So
he is not back in video nor voice.
Okay.
He says he's going to need a few minutes.
Sure.
Is working on it.
But Jim, as the GM, you have all the power. We could just say that, like, he died, and therefore there's no more Trevor.
That's true. I guess we could just say he died, but where would the fun be in that?
No, he's just an ooh.
We wouldn't get to torment him anymore if he didn't come back. Anyway, all that aside, we have a whole another half of our adventure to get back to. We'll give James just like another 2 minutes to get back in here while we read comments. And if not, then he's a slow sludge. He'll catch up to the group when he can.
Moondust Glitter Valley Sparkle Wishes has a lot of questions for everyone. So
Duval Stone Rage says, I kill Katie's character.
Oh, you're not back yet. It doesn't count.
Oh, no.
We did show a new commercial or a new ad that we shot. I don't know.
I didn't get to see it. Yet. Did you guys like it? Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's all good. I was thinking it's always amazing how like we film things and then because I haven't seen that commercial yet. I know you haven't. Diana.
I forgot that we shot it.
Yeah, it's fun how like you are a part of the creation of something, but then you just never even see the end result. It just goes out into the ether. And you're like,
true.
oh, okay, wow, I did that thing. Wow, that was actually pretty cool.
Looks like we did get a couple of bit bosses from Nazo Zazan and Sarah BC1, giving both BBBs to Katie.
Yeah!
Nice.
I gotta start rolling bad.
Wow.
Moon, Dusk, Glitter, Violet, Sparkle Wishes with all those rerolls. It's a nightmare.
It's Lucas Martinez was saying to Department of Mysteries, such a great intro. HBO quality.
Nice. Right?
A nice compliment.
Yes.
You've got Crag, Son of Horus in here.
Hi, Crag.
He's saying that Jim is fair and just. Ben is mean and cheats. I believe there's a debate over whether I'm a meaner GM or Ben is. And I want to remind everybody that I'm nice now. So I'm obviously not as mean as Ben because Ben
we all know who the meanest
nice.
GM is.
I mean, I would definitely rank Ben the meanest, then Jim, then Megan. Wait, then Jamie, then Megan.
I think know. Jamie has a recent kill under her.
Yeah, Jamie's been rough on you guys.
But she feels bad about it, and that's where the difference is.
But some might say that means that she knows she's being mean and does it anyway, which is even meaner.
Hold on. Does that mean that I'm the nicest because I didn't make the mean list?
Oh, this is true.
I think that makes you our nicest GM.
Nice.
That's how I'm taking
Jared,
it.
You're very nice.
Although right before the show started, he did tell me he's going to kill me and kill all of us on Wednesday.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why you weren't on the list, because I haven't seen you yet in your new show, which is airing very, very soon. So as soon as that airs, I could be like, all right, here's where you place on the list.
I'm going to kill them all.
Oh, we're just kids.
You're the
Kids on bikes.
All right. You know what? Why don't we jump back into our adventure? We'll just say that Trevor's ooze form is very slow, and he'll catch up to the group when he can. So hopefully we'll have him back in a few moments, but I don't want to slow the show down too much. So you have found a trail thanks to Rius. You know that this watchtower was attacked. You're not quite sure by who, but you have a trail to follow that just might get you to the culprit. All you know is that it wasn't Rog, who is innocent in all of this, even though he was brutally slaughtered while he slept. So that's the only thing we know for sure. What do you do?
I would like to stealth as we follow this path, Jim.
You're moving stealthily as you track along. Anybody else have anything else that they'd like to be doing while moving?
I'm gonna see Oopsie trying to stealth, and I'm gonna fly over to Oopsie. What are you doing?
New small guy.
What? But I don't understand. You're moving very kind of like slow and like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, we play game now. Moon, Dust, Garfield wishes.
Moon, Dust, Glitter, Violet, Sparkle wishes.
Yeah, that's what Oopsie say. We play game. Ooh. Is who can be sneakiest.
Oh, I love games. Oh, I'm very sneaky. I shall sneak.
Yeah. You the first person to jump out and say surprise when we see a bad guy is the winner.
Oh no.
I'm so good at this. And she goes invisible.
Okay. She just becomes invisible.
Gone. Glitter Dust Sparkle Wishes is gone. It's just me and Pipa now.
And the ooze is all the way back there.
And this ooze is falling behind in the distance. Every once in a while you hear this like
Please never do that again.
As Trevor makes his way slowly across the field.
I'm gonna fly over, invisibly over to Rius. Hey, Rius!
Okay.
We're sneaking. We're playing a game. Didn't you hear?
I heard of no game. I do like games.
Oh,
yes,
I love games too, and I'm definitely gonna win because I'm invisible. I don't know if you know that, but I'm invisible. Anyway, what we're doing is we're sneaking, and then when we see a bad guy, the first person to pop out and go surprise wins.
Oh,
and I love surprises because I love birthdays.
Yes. I don't know how sneaky I could. Where did you disappear off to?
And I'm already over to Pipa. Pipa, we're playing a game. Are you sneaking?
Oh, okay. I'll do it now.
Oh, yes.
and I'll roll for sneaking. How
Okay.
sneaky I can be. 16 plus 6.
Okay, so you are moving along pretty stealthily. It's becoming a little bit easier to move stealthily because, you're no longer in this big open field. This trail has taken you sort of into this lightly wooded area. It's nothing like the Sorota Forest, but there's still a decent amount of underbrush, trees, very tall, thin trees with big leafy canopies spreading up around you. So stealth is a little bit easier now that you're in this type of territory.
Rolled a 23 for stealth in case also.
Okay, you are moving
to stealth.
It's incredibly easy for you to move stealthy. You're used to that kind of thing. Because you can just become invisible, which is pretty awesome. Very hard for anybody to spot you. And because you're so small, most people overlook you if they're not looking for you specifically. So you are darting through the branches and hiding amongst the leaves and occasionally popping out, I'm sure, to tug on Pipa's leaves and let her know that you're still there. Don't worry, you didn't really disappear. Because you just know. You just know that if she can't see you, she must be terribly worried about where her best friend is.
Yes. Oh, Jim,
So-
you just get me.
I have a question, Jim. I have a question, and part of this is to brag, but when I see the Dragons of Things logo on the die, that's a 20.
Yeah. That is
It's
a
on
20.
skill check that I'm adding 11 to.
Whoa.
So is that a
very exciting.
31 or a 41?
That's a 31. Where do you get 40?
Because the natural 20 makes it up a challenge rating. Or from
Right.
success
So
to critical.
if it just means that if it were normally only a success, it would bump it to
okay.
a regular success.
All right.
It doesn't actually add to the value of
Well, I'm going to
Not a
pretend it did,
super
and I rolled
critical?
well enough to do it. So
Sure. I tell you what, at this rate, you just call it whatever you want. Call it whatever number you want because it's very, very successful. And that was, your stealth check, right?
Yeah.
All right. So for a lot of you, even though Moondusk Glitter Violet Sparkleish is good at stealthing, I mean, like, Oopsie practically disappears in the woods. I mean, you're not even sure that he's still with you as you make your way along. However, you do all stop when you see that up ahead through the trees, there is a collection of what looks to be some crude lean-tos made of just surrounding brush and tree, leaf-covered tree limbs. And among these little crude shelters are several tall, fur-covered humanoids with canine faces. They're armed and dressed in boiled leathers. They appear to not notice you as you approach. You're about maybe 60 feet away from this little camp. What do you guys do?
Proceed
I'd like to
what they
draw
are.
my glaive.
All right, you draw your glaive.
Already an arrow with fairy dust on it, just in case.
All right.
What they are, Jim?
Pipa and Rius. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Rius, you cut out.
Yeah, you keep cutting out.
Can I perceive to see what they are?
Sure. You can already see them, but if you have society, that would be a good check to make to
I
identify
think
them.
I actually do. Well, and regardless. Oh yeah, I got some society. Here we go. It's gonna be 13 plus my 5, 18.
18. You recognize these creatures as gnolls. They are typically regarded as scavengers because they usually eat the dead, essentially. They're hunters and scavengers. They are usually regarded as hostile to other humanoid societies, and they are particularly feared because they will raid a settlement, and anybody they kill, they will then drag off as food for their tribes. They have a loosely tribal society, and they are definitely avoided by others who know what's good for them.
How far from the city are we at this point?
You had moved 10 miles down the road to get to the watchtower, and you've probably walked another 3 miles west into the woods at this point. So, I mean, you're about maybe a grand total of between 13 and 14 miles.
These
away
guys
from the
just
city
aren't
proper.
like just all up on the city. They're
no. They're although it does surprise you to see creatures like this in this area, because again, this close to the city, like the roads are well patrolled. The area itself is still sort of under the protection of the city, and these creatures would probably not be very safe here. However, even just looking at their lean-tos and the way that they're set up, this doesn't look like, it's not like they've built a town here. They very may well be living sort of a nomadic existence, and they're only here maybe for a short time, or they're here for a specific reason, or who knows what.
Can I detect magic?
Okay. There is no magic in the area.
I'll whisper to Pipa. Pipa, I kind of was trying to figure out if there was anything magical nearby, but I couldn't find anything.
Okay. Let's just stay quiet still. I don't want to get too close because I don't know where Oopsie is.
Well, aren't we supposed to pop out and say surprise when we see a bad guy? Does this qualify as a bad guy? And does that mean that we win if we pop out right now and say surprise?
I don't know. I think that's kind of scary and dangerous to do, so I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I just really want to win.
I mean, you're winning in stealth because I can't see you.
I can't see any of you.
Rius and Oopsie, is there anything you want to be doing at this time?
I want to get, let's see, how many are there?
There are 2 that you spot, although make a perception check.
14? Nope,
14?
13.
Sure. It's a little tough to tell, but there's some kind of like hanging wooden cage, about the size of a large bird cage, hanging from a tree limb on a rope in their camp too. And you can't really tell what's, from this distance, you can't really tell what's inside, but occasionally you see like a flutter of movement.
I would like to sneak up behind one of the 2 that are there and then wait until
Alrighty.
things happen.
Go ahead and make your stealth check to get up closer to them.
Only a 22, Jim.
Okay, it might only be a 22, but it does beat their perception DC. So you managed to get into a position real close. You could almost like reach out with your glaive and smack one in the back of the head. But you are aware that at this point that you're sort of alone in that position. Rius, is there anything you want to be doing?
My goodness, there's 2 of them. I want to kind of, I guess, sneak more, stay the distance where I am, but kind of sneak on the outside.
Okay, so you're just sort of trying to circle around the camp?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and make a perception or a stealth check, and I'll give you an easier DC since you're keeping your distance.
14.
14. As you are moving through some of the thicker underbrush to try to circle around to the other side of the camp, you sort of get snagged on a bramble, and you have to tug real quick. And as you're rustling, trying to get your clothes like unhitched from this bramble, Oopsie, you see one of the creatures in this camp like perks up and starts looking out, which causes the other one to look up, and they both stand up, and they've both now got bows drawn with arrows, and they're looking out into the forest. It doesn't look like they've spotted exactly where your friends are, but they heard something that has alerted their attention.
I'm going to sit on it for a hot minute to see what happens.
Okay, you wait. Pipa and Moondust. What do we got?
How far are they from where I'm at?
You're about 60 feet away from the camp right now.
Okay. I'm going to sneak up 30 feet.
Okay, I need a stealth check from you.
We're going to use my hero points.
Ah, there we go.
Speaking of hero points,
Thank you.
Bit Boss from Spartan Undead to Katie and Scott and Denuzo to the Gnolls.
What? Oh, nice. The Gnolls got one. But...
Oh my gosh, Scott.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's out of my box. Oh no, Pipa died. Where'd you go? Oh, it's like under my computer.
Get it,
okay, hold on.
Dust.
Sorry. Okay, try again. Oh, that's even worse. Can I take my first roll, or do I have to take this roll?
You got to take your second roll.
Okay, 4 plus 6.
10.
10. You start moving at about the same time that these gnolls become more alert and they're looking around. And it's you move if you had moved just a little bit earlier, but it's Rius who ruined it for you because he caught their attention and they both zero in on you. And in the distance you hear this and they both raise bows that they've already drawn, and you know that it is now about to go down as we roll initiative.
I did ready my bow though, so don't take it.
You've got your bow in hand. Got your bow in hand.
Jim, that means I have to do stealth, right, for my initiative?
Yes, if you are hiding, you're doing stealth.
That's worse.
Hey. These creatures got a pretty good initiative. Probably not as good as you guys, but it's pretty good.
I still don't see that blob, do we?
Let's start with Rius.
14.
All right.
Twice as good as last time.
28.
Whoa.
Jeez, guys.
You were ready.
Because you're stealth.
Moon Dust.
19.
19. And Pipa.
Hope the Gnolls like salad because I got 13.
Oh no. Pipa very rarely in the last position, but this is one of those times. Oopsie, you were ready for something like this. You were close, you're right up in the business. They've spotted your friends. They're not as stealthy as you are. So what do you do?
So am I in range of one of them or both of them?
One of them.
Okay. So I am, that first one, I'm going to utilize my surprise attack.
All right.
Because I stealthed, they are considered flat-footed until they act.
Yes.
And I will swipe at one of them with my glaive, my striking glaive. It's going to be a 14 on the die, so a 20 to hit.
20 does it.
Nice.
Yeah. Total of 11 damage.
Oof, a solid hit right in the back of this Gnoll's noggin. You slice into it, and that was just one action, so...
I will come back again with the other way of it on the
Sure,
blade.
yeah.
Are they still flat-footed or no? I don't know how that...
Yeah, until they act, they are flat-footed, so they haven't acted yet.
11 on the die, so plus 1, 12.
12 is a miss, even flat-footed. They're a little better trained than that. This one finally spins around and sees you there, and yelps something to its companion. They both are now aware of you, but you do have one more action, and he's still technically flat-footed, even though he's.
I will swing one final time.
Heck yeah!
While I yell, "Surprise!"
Oh man, I think he won.
It's a 19 on the die, but with the penalties, that gets it to a 16.
Because he's flat-footed, that's what you needed to do. So you got him.
Okay. That is going to be, and that was my third attack. That is going to be that math that I suck at because I'm in a hurry. So 11 plus 5, 16 damage.
All right. You cut him deep with that second attack as he spins around, yells something to his companion, tries to bring his bow up to bear, but then your third and final swing cuts him right across the hyena-like snout, and you can tell he's badly wounded. Still on his feet, but not for long, most likely. After you, though, they get to go. They were quick on their feet. This one had the bow drawn, but you're right up in his face, so he quickly drops the bow and grabs this battle axe off his belt with one action, and then just comes down with you almost instinctively. You can tell pretty well trained. These guys are warriors. He comes down at you with the battle axe for his second action, but he's so thrown off by the massive, like, he just did not expect you to be there. All his training fails him. He rolls a natural 1. But I've got 2 hero points. So rather than let a natural 1 stand, I'll use one of my hero points to try that again. Much better with
what
a
if
28.
I sink it?
27.
God damn it.
27 to hit. And that is going to deal... I'm assuming that that's not a critical hit.
No, I'm a 20 AC.
You're a tough bird. That is going to be 8 points of slashing damage as he comes down, cuts you across the chest. And then for his third action, he actually just, he can sort of, he's bleeding out. He knows that this is just about over for him. So he looks over at the cage, and instead of, he knows he doesn't have enough in him to get to the cage. So he just chucks his battle axe at the cage, and I'm going to roll for that. See if he can smash the cage.
Oh, boy.
That's going to do it. So the axe goes spinning end over end, smashes into the cage. The wood splinters and shatters, and you see this weird little bat-like creature with a long sucker nose and 6 barbed legs, drop out of the cage, and it opens its wings to catch itself and begins flying and flies over to you, Oopsie. And it tries to just land on your shoulder. So it comes in, and that is going to be 19 to land on you.
Nope.
But I don't believe that gets you. So he tries, he just but you duck out of the way. And that is its actions. The other of these creatures sees you, but he's actually got the bow in hand, and he's going to continue his intention to fire upon Pipa. So he pulls back an arrow and lets fly at Pipa.
Hey, choose back.
Yay!
At just that moment,
I'm catching up, guys. You left me.
19, Pipa.
That's exactly my AC.
Oh no! So the arrow pierces your flesh. You take 4 points of piercing damage. This guy quickly draws and fires another arrow. That one is only going to hit armor class 8, so I know that is definitely a miss.
Yeah.
And I might as well go crit hunting. And he's going to try to see if he can get you with a 19 or a 20. It's the only way I can get you. So that is a 6 on the die. So the 2 other arrows go wide.
Good.
But you do get pierced by the one. It's at about that moment that Pipa, you hear this
Oh, it's true.
You look over and you see that,
I thought it was the thing on
Trevor has just slorped right up next to you. Trevor, do you want to roll initiative for me? There's a combat going on.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I was left.
I don't like the word slorped.
I know, it's my favorite though.
Let's see. Oh, wait, no, that. Okay, I thought I had a -5, but that's just my intelligence.
No wonder you killed Rog.
Yeah, this intelligence and my other one is no difference. That is a dirty 20.
Oh wow, that's a fast ooze. Well, Trevor, you finally catch up to your companions who left you in the dust. It is your action. You see that they are fighting these 2 hyena men. There's also some kind of weird bat mosquito that's trying to attach itself to Oopsie, who's up in this camp. You are currently next to Pipa, who is 60 feet away from this encampment. So they're firing arrows. They must have heard your companions coming. What do you do?
Well, I'll get into combat in 37 rounds.
All right. So you just start.
You just see him do this 30 feet up, and he's like, Pipa, do you have my inhaler?
He just oozes himself forward 30 feet, closing half the distance between him and the Gnoll encampment. Moon Dust, Glitter, Violet, Sparkle Wishes. You lost the stealth game, but your friends are in trouble.
Why did I lose the stealth game?
Because Oopsie said surprise before you did.
That's right. Yes, I lost that game. Yes. I'm going to. Well, I had readied my arrow, so I'm gonna loose that at the one that tried to hit Oopsie or did hit Oopsie.
Okay, so this one, he's looking woozy on his feet, but fire an arrow right at him.
That is going to be 30.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. You got him. That's actually a hit.
And I enchanted this one with Subdual. Target takes 46 mental damage depending on its basic will save.
Oh, I thought you said 46.
4d6.
Wow.
Where'd that go? That is a 17 to save.
That is a fail.
He fails. He's going to take 46 points of non-lethal mental damage.
46.
We also have a raid. We have a raid from Elite Trooper. Thank you.
Raiden. What's up, Raiders?
Hello.
Okay, that is going to be 11 plus 7.
18 points of damage, and he was so wounded that is enough to overwhelm him. He just drops to the ground, unconscious, because that was non-lethal damage, so he is out.
And then I'm going to use my next 2 actions to ready my next arrow.
It's 1 action to ready your arrow, so you could, if you wanted to, even fire again.
Great. Yeah, I do that.
Great.
And I'm going to do the same thing toward the other guy.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh gosh. Oh, I caught it. Ooh, that's a dirty 20. I mean, that's a natural 20, not a dirty 20.
Okay, that's another critical hit.
Yay!
So 30.
Failed to save for sure.
Awesome. So I get to double this?
Yeah, it's damage. You get to double it.
Ooh, okay. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 points.
Wow.
So times 2.
Times 2 is 38 points. So your second arrow just like explodes in a puff of glitter in this Gnoll's face, and he like just falls backwards, smacking his head on the log he was using as a seat, and he is out as well. There is still this weird little bat mosquito creature, and we move on to Rius's turn.
So Rius, looking at all of that, just sees these tiny little arrows, and he actually had his hand on his crossbow, and he just goes, "Yeah, no, not going to do that. Definitely not going to be able to do that." So I'm just going to point my finger at the weird thing, and I am going to use 2 actions to cast harm on it. So I'm going to need a Fortitude save from you, please, sir.
All right, that is an 8. So
an 8. I'm gonna take full damage from this.
Just out of curiosity, what is your save DC?
19.
So that's a critical. So I'm actually gonna take double damage.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So you're gonna get 4 points of negative damage.
That's doubled?
That's doubled. Yep.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. You hate to see it.
It's damage, though.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? It is, right?
Okay.
It takes 4 points of necrotic damage, and you have 1 action left.
I'm going to start moving into the camp then.
Okay, you begin making your way closer to the camp, and we move on to Pipa's turn.
Great. I'd like to get up my 60 feet from where I see Oopsie with the thing on him.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to try to cast telekinetic maneuver to get that thing off of him.
It's actually it was not able to attach itself to him, so it did miss. So it's trying to attach itself to him, but it hasn't succeeded yet. So you don't necessarily need to do that.
Well, can I still fling it out of the way? It says move. You can move a foe or something they carry. It can tend to disarm, shove, or trip the target.
You could try to shove it away from him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to help out.
I gotcha. You can do that. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess do I roll? Yeah, I roll for that. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Okay, 16 plus 9. Oh my God, please.
25.
Does it work?
You did it, yeah. It worked last time too. Don't be mean for once. You disarmed somebody with it.
Did I? I don't remember.
Yeah. Use telekinetic maneuver to disarm the leprechaun that you guys were tracking last week.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But either way, it's a success this time. You just shove this thing with telekinetic force away from Oopsie. It goes skittering back through the air about 10 feet before righting itself, and then just like zzz.
And I'm gonna, my last action, I'm gonna sing.
All right, you begin singing.
Inspire
everybody a +2 or +1 bonus?
+1 still.
+1 bonus. All right, top of the next round, Oopsie. Both the gnolls are unconscious, but this creature just got pushed away from you, but is still active.
I'm gonna swipe at the thing that tried to attach itself to me.
Yeah, do it.
Because I don't like it.
Who does? Nobody.
And the other guys are taken care of for now. An 18 on the die.
Oh, there you go. You got him.
+6. So
yep,
20.
He gotten.
For a total damage of not a lot. Only 9 damage.
But it is enough to just cut this thing in two. It falls in a weird, messy heap of bug guts on the ground. Currently, there are no threats. Both of the gnolls are unconscious, and this creature is dead. So the forest is sort of calm and quiet around you. What do you guys do?
Oh my god. It took me 45 minutes just to get over here.
New guy, Trebor. We playing quiet game. And I tie up the gnolls and I gag them.
Sure, tie them up, gag them. You notice as you're doing so that, they're wearing these sort of boiled leather armor, and you note that each of them has sort of a crudely painted sigil on the breast of the leather. It looks like an axe embedded in a humanoid skull.
An axe?
An axe, yeah, like a hand axe, just like splitting a skull.
Can we make a knowledge roll on that?
Yeah, if you've got society would be good for this one.
I don't have society.
Jim, it doesn't tell me my skills, so I assume that I don't have any.
Yeah, you do have some skills listed, like athletics and stealth, but anything else is just...
Oh, so just those two. Cool.
Yeah, those are the only 2 skills that you have right now.
Cool. I love this.
You're news, man.
You're news.
Be nice, Jim.
That's a Michael Jordan on society.
Michael Jordan on society. You don't know a whole lot about Gnoll society because they generally don't mingle with people, but you've heard from like incoming travelers and people on the road who come into the city that there is a Gnoll tribe in the region known as the Skull Splitters. The Skull Splitters are raiders, and they're pretty dangerous, and they're the largest group of gnolls in the region. If they are likely new to this exact area, like they usually don't come this close to the city, so you're not quite sure why they're here, but you do know that there could be quite a sizable force of them here if they've moved into these woods. You also note that one of them, it wasn't wielding this weapon, but it has on its belt a longsword. And just looking at it with your rolling over your society check, you recognize it as one of the standard issue weapons issued to royal soldiers in service of that in the Royal Army of Thaspir. And then, like, tied around the hilt of the blade is a strip of tabard that at least matches the coloration from one of the soldiers' tabards. So you're almost certain that these are the group that attacked the watchtower, but it wasn't just these two. Like, these two would not have been able to overcome a staffed tower like that. Not only that, but you don't see any other sign of the guards here. So it's very likely that there are more gnolls deeper in the woods.
I would relay that to everybody and just add on, yes, just keep our eyes open because there's multiples out here somewhere.
Oh, does that mean that we can keep playing this game? Because I didn't win the first time and I really want to win the second time.
Well, being stealthy is definitely a good idea, but if there's a sizable force out here, maybe perhaps not popping up insane surprise at every time. So I would play your game very carefully.
Okay. She goes invisible.
She's gone yet.
Before we go, can I look around the camp, make sure we've looked over everything?
Sure.
17.
You note that there was the long sword and the strip of like ripped up tabard that was on the one Gnoll, but the other one has like on a leather thong about its neck. It has this ring with a sapphire stud in it. It's clearly something that was probably taken in a raid or something, because it's like the metal work is very good. It looks like something that you would buy in the city.
I would take it off. Do I detect magic on it or no? Because
there's no magic on it.
No magic.
No magic. You would guess though it's probably it's valuable. It's probably worth 10 gold pieces.
This is pretty. We could sell it.
That is so beautiful. I think you should keep it because it matches your beautifulness.
Aw, thanks, Moondust, even though I can't see you.
Don't worry, I'm here.
Okay, well, she'll just
How no Moondust say? Why not Oopsie say that? Or Trebor? How no? Can't see.
Huh? Say what?
Exactly.
Well, because Pipa's my very best friend, and Pipa knows my voice compared to your voices.
No, don't think so.
Yeah, no, I think we know her better.
I don't think so.
Jim Jam, is this a moist environment?
I feel like you're attacking somebody here. And
No. No, it's just because I have a +10 to stealth, but if it's a moist environment, I get a +12.
You know what, James Chu? It's a pretty moist environment.
I take back everything I said about you.
Okay, so I'll pocket the ring.
Okay, you pocket the ring, knowing that you haven't found any sign of the guards who, hopefully, if they aren't dead, you might be able to save, or even if they are dead, you could hopefully save them from being eaten by the gnolls to give them a proper burial. You begin moving deeper into the woods. And as you get beyond this initial camp, you begin to see signs everywhere that you are in marked territory. There are crude and violent designs carved into trees and painted on rocks, sometimes in a rusty red that can only be dried blood. Occasionally, you'll catch a glimmer of movement in the trees or hear a distant barking call that is very quickly answered by a similar cry from somewhere else. So you get the sense very quickly, Oopsie especially, that they are patrolling these woods, they're organized, they're relatively alert, and these aren't just common bandits that you're going after. You get the sense that there is a constant danger as you're moving along. You know that one wrong move and you could have a whole host of these creatures bearing down on you. The woods are very thick with your enemies, and so you begin but you're already stealthing along quite well. As you move, you actually spot a hunting party nearby that is headed in the same direction. They're actually headed towards you. They haven't spotted you, but they're headed towards you, armed to the teeth, but confident enough in their own territory so that they're not on terribly high alert. Perhaps that is the only reason that you spot them before they spot you. You have moments to decide what to do to avoid being spotted yourselves. You could attempt to hide with a stealth check to create or you could try to create a diversion and draw their attention using deception. Or perhaps, if you have some other skill or ability that will allow you to go unnoticed, you could try that. The important question in these critical moments is, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna hide.
All right, so you quickly dive into some thick underbrush, make a stealth check.
26.
26. You guys, Oopsie disappears under like this large leafy fern and just gets real still and quiet and nobody can hear him. Rius, what are you going to do?
Jim Jam, I think I want to use a card that I've been holding on to.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Which is the King of Diamonds, and I do believe that was total concealment until I get hit, correct?
Ooh.
Yeah, that one will give you total concealment.
Nice use.
So
I guess if you're concealed, yeah, that makes I dig it. I buy it. Okay. So
Rius just kind of closes his eyes and just kind of steps behind a tree.
Steps behind a tree. If there's something like you all watch as he almost like gets really hazy and almost seems to blend in with the surrounding colors. You can still spot him because you know exactly where to look, but it would be almost impossible to see him otherwise as he just magically becomes concealed. Oozy boy. Trevor, what are you gonna do?
So Trevor is going to like push himself up and then go and sink into this puddle, and he's going to do Puddle Ambush.
Okay, so you become a puddle. You guys watch as he just sort of spreads out into this thin gray puddle. Looks a little bit like a muddy puddle of water in the middle of the ground. And let me check that real quick. So if something enters your space, you'll get to do your thing, but I do need you to roll a stealth check.
That's fine. 21.
21. Okay, so you become this puddle and you try to keep very, very still. Moondust.
Can Pipa go first?
Pipa can go first. Pipa.
I look at everyone and I'm like, oh, blending in with my friends. So she backs into a whole bunch of bushes and then tries to blend in as a plant.
You try to become a plant. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, God. I am so sorry. 6, 7, 8, 10. Magic
10.
number.
10. So you watch as Pipa just like moves up next to a bush and like just like puts out her arms and like stands really still. At this point, the hunting party, which is getting kind of close, like one of them stops and like looks over and is like says something to his companions, and his companions are looking over and like everybody, you can tell like there's some chatter going on, but you don't really speak their language, so it's difficult to see what they're saying. But Moondust, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look at Pipa, who definitely isn't blending the way she said she was gonna blend.
No.
Don't worry, best friend. I'm gonna help. Don't worry. And I'm gonna fly, and I would like to fly like up and like over the guys so that they don't see me. And I would like to get to a position where it would be like distracting them, so like they would go the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
I'm not exactly sure like which way that would be, but I would like to cast Ghost Sound.
Ghost Sound. Okay. So instead of having you roll a deception check, I will have them roll a will save against your illusion. So they're all chatting. You like something's caught their attention. This one, the Pipa, you're like looking at this gnoll that keeps looking at you. It's almost like when somebody's looking at they're not quite certain if did they see something in there? Like they don't know. You're trying your very hardest to be exactly still like a real plant would be. And then there's this sound in the forest in a different direction, and all the gnoll heads like swing towards the sound, and one of them like they're talking excitedly amongst each other, and they go bounding off through the woods, leaving you safe and hidden until they disappear from sight. You wait just a minute to make sure they're out of earshot, out of range, as you all sort of come back together. They've passed.
Oh, I think we did it.
I think I was the best plant ever, my friends. Thank you,
I
friends.
couldn't even see you when I was looking for you.
Oh, thank you. I really tried. Where is everyone else?
Oops, he disappeared like he normally does, and I heard a...
Oh, wow.
And I heard a...
I'm alive!
we be careful.
Yes. You gotta be careful. But
I take a loud crunch of a pickle.
Before we go, I think we all just need like a little bit of like courage and excitement and happiness. And she drops candy for all of them.
Everybody gets candy.
Oh yeah, drop it in the ooze.
And it's specifically very salty for James Joe.
Yeah.
I want to play with Trebor in a pickle. Like I want to dip it in, watch it dissolve, and then pull a.
It's weird because every time they drop like food into you, you can taste it no matter where they drop it. It's weird because even as you're rolling along the ground, like you're actually like dissolving grass and leaves as you move, and you can taste all that, and it's all great. Like it doesn't bother you. You just feel this urge to consume all living matter. It's actually kind of difficult not to like consume the living matter right next to you, but you know that's not right. So you hold back.
Do I know Jim Jam?
I don't know. If you make whatever decision you want to, but
No, Trevor.
Chew kills a PC tonight.
Chew eats the whole party.
Yeah.
It will also be the end of Chew being on the Dat Network.
I don't think so. I think I'll
I
still
know
be
the
back.
producers. I could make a call.
I mean, I know them too. I just don't date one of them. But no, I will.
You could date.
I could, Jim Jam. No, you're not single.
Yeah, I'm married. Dana won't like that.
There's none available right now, Chew.
Yeah, damn it. I mean, I was doing so well. Darn it. But yeah, like as they have their back to me, I'll like slowly creep up and then turn around and I get back to normal. Like we're good. We're good.
So you eat the candy and you feel a little more courageous, and you begin making your way deeper into Gnoll territory, having avoided the hunting party quite successfully, but now knowing that you need to be on alert and you need to be moving carefully. Your path eventually leads you to some kind of, it looks almost like, must be like some kind of aviary where several branches are staked into the ground. And on those branches are dozens of scavenger birds. You're not really sure what purpose they serve, but it's very clear, like just from the way the stakes are and the number of birds here, that the Gnolls have domesticated them for some kind of purpose. You could attempt to pass through, though you know that disturbing them could alert the Gnolls to your presence. So keeping them calm with a nature check would be well advised. However, there is also an outcropping of rocks just off the path, and if you could just climb over them with an athletics check, you would bypass the area with the birds altogether and be able to move safely on. So what do you do?
Go sound a threatening spell.
It's not a threatening spell, but you get the sense that if you made basically like if you cast it and disturbed the birds, that might attract attention. So
I
your
was
best.
actually asking because I would lose my invisibility if I'm causing harm.
Oh, no, it does not cause any kind of harm to anybody. So no,
Great.
you could
So I'm
cast
still
it.
invisible. Okay.
I'm gonna
I believe your invisibility lasts for a minute every time you cast it. So
Okay, I cast it
at this point
again.
you could cast it again, but yeah, become invisible.
I'm gonna eat those rocks, Jim Jam.
You start to climb your way along rocks because you have a climb speed. I will say that you can just do it. You have that ability. You've been given the ability to just schloop over the rocks, and it's easy peasy for you.
Someone tell my son how cool I look.
Pipa, are you good at climbing?
No.
Oh no.
I don't.
Well,
I'm gonna
but
have
you're
to.
really good. I don't know. Maybe you and I could pass by the birds and maybe they won't see us. But maybe you should try climbing first.
Okay, well, the good thing is I can just glide down if I really mess up. So, here I go.
I believe in you.
Okay, athletics. Nope. So that's a 6 minus 1, 5.
5. So the problem isn't so much getting over the rocks. The rocks aren't very difficult to climb. The problem is that as you're climbing, you kick loose a stone that rolls down the rocks and clatters and lands on the ground. And as it does, the birds start getting more agitated. You can hear them now. They don't swarm out and create a big enough ruckus to draw too much attention, but you can now tell that any little thing would set them off because they're like on high alert. They're squawking a little bit, but you do get over the other side of the rocks when we turn our attention to Rius and Oopsie. The birds are a little more agitated now. You have to be extra careful, but you could still get by them without attracting any attention. What do you do?
I'm staying with Oopsie and Rius just to be
Okay.
clear.
All right. Okay. So you're staying with them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stay stealthed until Rius is through, and I'm gonna have my sling ready.
Gotcha.
I know it's a swarm, but we'll cross that bridge.
Rius, are you good at climbing?
No, I'm really not, but can be somewhat concealed. But I will see if I can make it over as well.
All right, with an athletics check, he tries to climb too.
Rius tries and he goes, nope. And he goes, I'm going to use a BBBB. So let's try it again. That is better. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 will do it. You do manage to scramble over the rocks without knocking any loose or otherwise disturbing the birds in any fashion. It's just up to Oopsie now, and then Moondust.
Well, it's a complete wash, nature versus athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have an armor check penalty for nature.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and keep the birds calm.
Okay.
And get through there. I'm gonna take a real slow minute in case a reroll comes in. Just
Sure, that's what you want to do and not try to climb.
Oh, roll 17 on the die. So a 25.
25. That's a success. I would really love to know what Oopsie tiptoeing through the birds looks like.
I mean, I probably took it the way that, because I've been hanging out with Dylan.
Yeah.
So I imagine he drops down on, the lizard scramble to get on top of a hot rock. And he just kind of pauses and then goes and under a thing. That's how we do it, because that's how Dylan would do it.
So you scramble along, just trying to keep the birds calm. They don't seem to take too much notice of your lizard-like approach, and you pass through the aviary without disturbing any of them. Moondust, you're the only one left.
I fly straight up and meet up with Rius and Pipa.
All right, so you just fly over the rocks, and you guys have passed through the bird territory without attracting any of their attention, making your way successfully deeper and deeper into enemy territory. And so you begin trudging through the forest even deeper, carefully navigating as best you can through this territory in hopes that you don't stumble randomly onto any hunting parties or some snare left to catch intruders like yourselves. The symbols carved into many of the surrounding trees are growing more grotesque and more frequent. There is a ritualistic quality to them, and though they aren't exactly letters or pictographs, you get the sense that there is a meaning here, albeit a dark one. Perhaps the reason lies ahead, as you spy a chilling sight through the trees. A black-robed figure stands before a stone altar. There is a man, stripped to the waist, tied to this table. Bluish smoke curls up from a brazier nearby, and two gnoll hunters stand by to assist in whatever ritual is taking place here. The man on the table is struggling and yelling for help, but the creature standing over him pays no heed as a silvery knife appears in its hands. You have but moments to react before this man is sure to be killed. You could attempt to draw the gnoll's attention with an intimidation check and disrupt the ceremony, or you could try an acrobatics check to tumble through the underbrush and burst onto the scene just in the nick of time. But either way, you know that you're in for a fight if you intend to save this man's life. Your other option, a darker option, is to simply sneak on by and leave the man to his fate. What do you do?
I tumble for you.
I think we have to go help him. I mean, it doesn't look like he's...
Yeah, there's a dude in trouble. Oops,
Yeah.
he's been without explanation.
Yeah.
Yep. With
I agree.
in a split-second decision,
Run in.
Oopsie rushes in. Go ahead and make that acrobatics check.
17 plus 9, Jim.
All right, so you burst onto the scene. Adam Khan, what are you doing?
I see Oopsie run in there. I'm gonna rush forward and I'm going to try to intimidate them.
All right, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Of course. Dun, 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 dun. Good intimidation. 22.
22. Okay, that's a success. Trevor, what are you doing in all of this?
Oh, sprinting boldly forth at high breakneck speeds towards the villains.
So everybody goes rushing forward, and Trevor gathers himself up and is just like, and oozes his way forward. We'll count that as one failure at this point to reach the scene before this ritual can take place. Moondust.
I burst onto the scene with Oopsie.
Bursting onto the scene. Let's see, with an acrobatics check, can you get there in time?
I would maybe assume so. That's gonna be a 27.
Oh yeah, you guys, and then Pipa.
I'll run in since them two are all the way up to the front closest. I was gonna try fascinating performance, but I'm gonna start running in.
I gotcha, no problem. So all of this sort of happens in a split second. This gnoll in robes has the knife raised and is just about to bring it down when a shout from the trees catches all the gnolls' attention as Rius draws their attention. The knife stops momentarily, and then Oopsie and Moondust both burst through the underbrush onto the scene, weapons drawn and ready, and suddenly the falling knife stops as the gnoll realizes that his ritual will have to wait until after he's dealt with these pesky intruders, and it is on as we roll initiative.
So would I be using intimidation, Jim?
You can, yeah. I will allow that. You can justify that for sure.
Oh, and I rolled crappy. Man.
Have a hero point.
No, I used my hero point. Okay, that's gonna be a 14 for Rius.
14 for Rius? That's what you had last time.
No.
Trevor.
28.
Wow, Trevor's a fast ooze, kinda. Oopsie?
22.
Me too.
Oh, nice. You guys both burst onto the scene at the same time, and you'll both act at
That's
the same
awesome.
time. Pipa?
Yay. 19.
19 for Pipa. All right, you guys have caught these creatures completely off guard. They will be going last. I rolled horrible initiative. So it is Trevor first. You're just at the edge of this ritual circle that these gnolls have built for themselves in the forest. There's about 20 feet between you and the stone altar. And then on the other side of the altar, there are two gnolls and then some robed cultist. What do you do?
So you're saying, or is it 20 feet to get to them, or 20 feet to get to just the altar?
Just to the altar.
I hate you. Trevor is going to use all of his strength and momentum to get to the opposite side and get into the same square as one of the cultists.
So you're going to try to actually ooze right under one of these creatures.
Yes, that is correct.
I don't know if you can enter a square that another person is in, but I know that if you are laying an ambush, somebody can enter your square. So I will say that as an ooze, you could make an athletics check to try to ooze your way into a square that another creature occupies.
That's not going to be great. That's a 13.
Yeah, you try, but this gnoll pushes you back almost, so that you're next to him, but you can't quite get into his business. But you're there. You're up in the action.
Cool.
And Oopsie, it is your turn.
Let's see. So Moondust and I are there at the same time.
Yep.
Can I get to the knife wieldy guy?
Yeah, he's 20 feet away from you. Or there's 20 feet, there's the altar, and then on the other side of the altar. So it'd probably take you 2 actions to get to the knife-wieldy guy, but you could do it and then have a 3rd action.
Okay, I'm going to flying body tackle him.
Oh, yes. Then I'll need an acrobatics check from you.
Nice.
Yeah. Go to acrobatics. It's a 16 on the die, plus 9, 15. Nope, 25.
Oh, God. Flying oopsie.
25 will do it. You manage to get over, you leap the altar, no problem, and you are now for the flying tackle. I will need an athletics check or attack roll, whichever one you prefer.
I mean, I don't know how to tackle, so I'll just roll an athletics check. This one is not as good. This is only a plus 5.
I'm still super big.
What'd you get? 20? You got 20?
Got a nat 20, Jane.
Yes!
Hey, you just grab on to this robed figure as you go flying by, and he's like, and you have him grabbed.
I'm just gonna sit on him, teabag him.
He's not on the ground, but you do have him grappled.
Okay.
So that will take us to Moondust.
I am going to sprinkle a little fairy dust on my arrow.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna shoot it. Is there anyone else around? Hey, that's my fairy dust.
Not that you see.
Okay.
You just see there's the two Gnoll warriors. One of them is right next to this ooze that looks like it wants to consume him. The other one is surprised, but getting his weapons to bear and is about to react. And then there's the cultist that Oopsie has just tackled.
So the one that just is grabbing its weapons.
Yes.
I am going to aim for that guy.
Alrighty.
I am going to attempt to subdue him.
All right, subdue away.
That's a nat 20. Wow. That's a 30 to hit.
That's a critical hit for sure.
Yep. Okay. So that's 4d6 times 2. Holy moly.
Well, there's a will save. There's a basic save, right?
Right.
So on my will save, I get a 25. So I believe he's going to take half damage.
Okay.
But with a critical hit, I believe that your level of success goes up by 1 or whatever. So I think you still get full damage, but not double damage.
Cool. All right, here we go. It's okay. That's going to be 14 points of damage.
14 points of subdual damage. Yeah, I mean, there's this burst again of multicolored light as your arrow just sort of explodes and he's like shaking it off. He's still on his feet, but he does look a little woozy for sure.
And I'm going to fly 40 feet up.
All right, you fly up. So you sprinkled, you fired, you flew. So that takes us to Pipa.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile at the one that, let's say, Katie just hit, Moondust just hit.
Okay, sure.
So let me roll my attack.
Okay.
13 plus 9.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's a hit.
All right.
No show.
Okay, good. 5 plus 4, 9.
9. Oh, great.
That's a good one.
That's solid. A solid hit. He's still on his feet. He's like now clutching his head as he tries to regain his composure from this vicious assault.
And then,
2 actions to cast the spell, and then what do you got?
I'm gonna sting with my harp. Conspire courage.
Sing. Rius, it is your action.
Which Gnoll were you guys attacking? The one next to Trevor or the other one?
No, the one that's not.
Weapons.
Yeah. So this one, the one that isn't next to Trevor.
Okay, so they're taking care of that. Oopsie tackled the guy. I'm going to look at the one that's next to Trevor, and I'm just gonna hold my finger up at him, and I'm gonna say, "Down, boy." I want him to lay down. I'm gonna cast command.
Right.
Doggy.
Yes, you get a will save.
Will save for me. 21.
Oh, 21. It is a success. You are unaffected.
All right.
That is all right. That is a failure on my end. They're still far away from me. Nobody else is close. You know what? Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast, draw my little rune and cast guidance on Moondust. There you go.
All right. Moondust, you're gonna get an additional +1 to your next roll, thanks to guidance from Rius. Now the gnolls finally react and begin an attack. So the one next to you, Trevor, is going to draw this battle axe off of his hip and try to swing at you.
Uh-huh.
So that is going to be to hit a 15.
Uh-huh, that hits.
All right. Slashes into you with the axe. This is going to be slashing damage. I don't know if maybe your resistances matter.
That's good that you specifically said slashing.
10 points of slashing damage from the axe.
5 points of slashing damage.
Oh no. So seeing that this, he's just like, but he doesn't have any other choice. He's actually going to move away from you. He's like, I don't want any part of this ooze.
Oh my god.
He rushes over to Rius, and it's going to take both of his move actions to get over to Rius, so he does not get to attack again. The cultist has got a knife in his hand and a goblin around his hip.
Jim,
No!
I had a quick question. Pulling his weapon out is an action. Striking is an action.
Oh,
so
you're
technically he only has one movement.
So he will just get halfway to Rius. Good job, Trevor. Glad you're here.
Oh, I did not like that tone. Jib Jam.
Sorry.
This guy that you've got grabbed, he just doesn't like it. He's not a big fan of being grabbed, so he is going to reach a hand down and just try to lay it right on the top of your head. And as he does so, you hear this sort of slithery. It's impossible to tell what the words exactly are, but this like almost hissing, arcane verbiage.
No.
As he lays his hand right at the top of your head, and unleashes negative energy into you. I do need you to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude saves. I'm good at those. But now that I've said that. 28.
Nice.
28.
Boundaries doing well.
Good lord. There was hope that this would be a fun game for me, but it's not being one so far. 28 is a success. You're only going to take half the damage.
Mercy, Jim.
You can, mercy it down to almost nothing, I'm sure. So it's 2d8, and you'll take half. Sorry, let me roll this. So it's 13. Half of that is 7, and then you mercy 3 of that away, so you take 4 points of negative energy damage, which was a lot for a little for me. That was 2 actions to do that, so this guy's like, doesn't understand why you aren't dying. So with his last action, he just tries to drive the knife that he has into the top of your skull.
Wow.
But I doubt it. I feel like that's probably not going to hit you because it's only a 15 to hit. So tries to come down with his dagger, but it actually strikes the top of your skull, which is so thick and bony that it just like dents the blade.
It's all my halfling hair, Jim.
There is one guy left. He's woozy on his feet, but he at least is going to make a last valiant effort. He's going to draw a bow. He's going to aim an arrow right up at Moondust, Glitter, Violet, Sparkle Wishes.
I knew it was coming.
And unleash an arrow. Ooh. I feel like a 28 is going to
Oh.
Yeah.
The important thing is a 28 a critical hit?
My AC is 23.
Okay,
wow.
No.
Wow.
It is not a critical hit. You're a fast, agile little girl.
Why are you not the tank?
Oh my god!
I deal 1 point of piercing damage as this arrow just like clips
my
your shoulder
God.
barely. And that is all my actions for the round. These guys are not doing well. Trevor.
Wow.
What do you do?
How many feet is the closest person to me?
The closest person to you would be the cultist that Oopsie's got, and you could get to him with 1 move action.
But Oopsie has him grabbed, right?
Yes, Oopsie has him grabbed. It would take you 2 actions to get to the one that's not grabbed.
Yeah, I'm gonna. As much as I would like to save Oopsie, I'm gonna go to the other cultist, use 2 moves, get right up to him, and then you're gonna see like a hand come out of the gelatin or the ooze and go as he tries to pseudopod him.
All right. A pseudopod comes out. What attack?
21.
21 does it. That is a hit.
Awesome. Let me get my stupid D6 dice.
Sure glad you spent all that money on that rune, huh?
Oh.
Shut up, Jared. That is 11 bludgeoning, 5 acid, and he is now constricted.
Okay, so you grab onto him. Now this one, he actually goes unconscious because this is the one that had also been struck with a bunch of damage from Moondusk, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes, so dual arrow. So he's not dead, but he is unconscious in your grip. So it's up to you whether you just want to squeeze the life out of him later on your next turn, or whether you want to drop him and go after the other one.
He tastes delicious.
But after that, it is Oopsie's turn. You've still got this guy grabbed. What do you do?
Let's see. I guess I'll draw. Do I have to let go of him to draw a weapon?
If you want to maintain a hold on him, you still need to make another athletics check to do that, which would cost you.
Yeah, I want to maintain a hold.
All right, so make your athletics check.
Maybe it's only an 18.
That's enough. That's enough for this guy. So you managed to. You still got him grabbed. And now you can draw a one-handed weapon if you wanted to.
I like to draw my short sword.
Okay. And then you can make an attack. However, if you make an attack, huh?
He's not undead, right?
No, he's not undead. This does count as your second attack for the round because you have him grabbed.
Okay, so the middle
to grab him.
Got it.
Yeah, so your middle.
22.
22, and that definitely gets him.
We're gonna do 1d6 piercing damage.
All right.
1 damage.
Do you have a strength bonus?
I have 1. Oh yeah, plus 1. Yeah. 2 damage.
Wait, plus my 1.
Okay.
Remember?
3 damage.
3 points of damage.
And then I might as well crit fish for this last one.
Sure.
Didn't crit, but I might have hit. No, well, 14.
14 is going to miss.
Derp. That is all.
But it was not too shabby of a turn. Moondusk, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes.
All right. I'm. Is the guy who tried to shoot me still alive?
The guy that tried to shoot you is currently like grabbed by this gray ooze and is being dissolved in its grip.
Got it. But the cultist is still alive, right?
That is correct.
I'm gonna aim for the cultist then with my arrow, and Jim is gone.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I am going to use a hero point.
All
Even though
right.
maybe that would have hit, but you know what? Just in case, we're gonna use a hero point.
Good call.
Why risk it?
And then remember, you have a +1 from me.
Yeah, and one from.
Oh yeah, 1 from Rius.
Okay, so 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
Great. And I am using Subdual again.
Okay.
So So that would be a will save.
Basic will save. It might have done it. He's got a strong will. That is a 24.
Darn it. Yeah.
Still takes half damage, though. On a success, he takes half damage, so doesn't do nothing.
Well, that's going to be 12, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21, and then half of that is 11.
Plus 1 from me.
Takes 11 points of non-lethal damage. I
can shoot him again, right?
I think so. I believe. Did you? Yeah, you had prepared your arrow last turn, right?
No.
No?
I don't think I did I?
No, you shot.
No, I shot up.
No, then.
Yeah.
Right.
But I can shoot him.
Oh,
just
okay.
For a
So you would have prepared the arrow. You can just shoot a regular arrow, yeah, if you don't want to. Yeah, you can either prepare an arrow or just shoot a regular arrow.
I'm gonna prepare my arrow, my next arrow.
Okay, you prepare another arrow with some fairy dust, and we move on to Pipa's turn.
Okay, so Trevor has 1, and that one's about to be creamified. And then...
It looks like, yeah.
Weird term of phrase, but yes.
Creamified.
And then, okay, so Moondust just shot the one that Oopsie has, correct?
That is correct. There's still one that is making its way over to Rius.
Okay, so that, yeah. So I'm going to telekinetic projectile and aim for the one heading at Rius to help him out.
Alrighty.
Nope. 4 plus 9. 13.
No.
Then I'll continue singing.
Continue singing after trying to telekinetic projectile that creature. Rius, you see one of these gnolls is headed right at you with a battle axe held high. Pipa tries to catch it with a flying rock, but she misses.
I tried.
Appreciate it, Pipa.
I tried.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch, pull out a vial, and I'm gonna chuck a vial at this thing.
All right.
Yeah. Woo! 17?
A what?
A 17 to hit.
Plus my 1.
17 would be a miss.
18 to hit.
18 would be a hit.
Yes!
So this vial that I am chucking is a moderate frost vial. So it's going to be 2 d6 cold damage. Bam! Awesome. 10 points of cold damage. And
Plus 1.
It's, 11 points of cold damage, and it's going to take a minus 10 to its movement speed.
Whoa. Nicely done.
Maybe Chew can catch it now.
Oof. So it's moving slower.
One
and
could
it's
only
covered
hope.
in frost.
Yep. And then I'm actually going to, for my, I'm going for my last action. I'm going to back up back into the trees to conceal myself.
Okay. You back further into the forest, trying to get away and conceal yourself and not be the primary target. That will take us to my turn. These guys are not doing very well, and they need to turn it around. My one creature is just dissolving in Trevor's oozy grip. I've got this cultist who's struggling to get away from Oopsie, who's just got him grabbed. So I'm going to cast another spell. This one is a 2-action spell, and as he casts it, this ghostly wavering dagger appears next to you, Oopsie, and tries to stab you. And it is going to make an attack against you. Where'd my die go? I got a spell attack coming your way, Oopsie. That is going to get a 21.
That hits.
Oh.
All right, so this ghostly dagger just stabs into your back. You take 7 points of force damage, and the dagger remains. It's like it's going to keep attacking you. Not this round, but it'll continue to attack you in future rounds. The cultist will use his last action to try to stab you himself with his real physical dagger. Oh yeah, that is a 29 to hit.
Oh!
Jeez.
That is not a critical.
Not a critical hit, but I do have.
Oh, no, you don't.
This
Someone sink him.
edge.
Sink him.
I don't have any sinks.
I have this edge here.
No, you can't kill Oopsie.
Oh, I make it a critical hit with my edge.
God,
That's
this
gonna
is
be.
your fault. You those edges.
I should have saved that.
That is going to be 7 plus 15 points. 15 points of piercing damage. He knows not to get to the top of your head now. He just goes right for the space, that area where your shoulder meets your neck, and just jabs the knife down, trying to get you off of him. That is his action. The one that was making his way over towards Rius is now covered in frost, moving much slower. He's going to take 2 actions now to get up to Rius, whereas he normally would have only had to take 1. And he's going to come down with that battle axe. That is going to be 14 to hit.
Jim's so upset.
Good, because now technically, Jim, is my card also still active as well?
Is your what?
The card, because I never officially got hit. It says
that's true. You have not been hit yet, so actually I need to roll a flat check just to see. Anyway, it's for concealed, I believe it's DC 5 flat check. Or is it total concealment?
Yeah, total concealment.
Okay, so it's a DC 10. So you need 11 on the die or higher. That is a 12. So it beats the concealment, attacks at a 14. So does that hit or no?
Does not.
Does not hit. So misses, even though he does get through the concealment. So you're still concealed. It was all 3 of his actions to do that. My other guy's unconscious. So Trevor, it's up to you, buddy. Are you going to drop this guy, or are you just going to squeeze him until he's dead?
I didn't drop Rog. What makes you think I'm going to drop this guy? So you will notice that as Trevor starts to squeeze the life out of him, it's like he's draining the life out of him into himself as he uses his mercy to get a few hit points back.
Nice, using that mercy. You deal 1d6 bludgeoning and 1d6 acid when you squeeze. So go ahead and do it. Tell me how much damage you take.
That is 6 acid and 3 bludgeoning.
All right, that is enough.
Oh, so 4 bludgeoning.
4 bludgeoning. So that is enough to actually bring this guy to dead. So you guys watch as Trevor oozes up to this gnoll, grabs onto it, and then just like draws it into his mass. And you guys watch as very frighteningly quickly the fur just melts. The flesh begins to drift and break up into little chunks, and then even the bones within seconds are just nothing but broken bits of skull and calcium quickly dissolving in the mass of what is now Trevor.
And you hear Trevor say, that tastes like a hot dog. And you can't see his face, but it's definitely like,
If Trevor had a face, he'd be looking for laughs. That was only 1 action, so you technically have 2 actions left.
Where's the closest person to me?
The cultist is still alive and kicking, and it looks like Oopsie, he just stabbed Oopsie real good. Oopsie may be in trouble.
Yeah, then he's gonna go.
All right, so you slurp over there with 1 action, and you have 1 final action left.
Then he is going to try to snatch this cultist off of Oopsie.
All right. This technically, because constrict is basically it's an attack action, so this would be as if you were making your 2nd attack for the round.
Okay, so that is it'd be which is still decent.
Yeah, still pretty good.
12 plus 8, 12 plus 9, 21.
21 plus 1 for Pipa is
22. 22.
And 22 is a hit.
Excellent.
Going to melt everybody.
That is 5, so 10 bludgeoning, 11 bludgeoning.
Okay.
2 acid.
All right, this cultist does not look like he's doing very well at all. And you have him grabbed at the end of your turn. So you're grabbed by Oopsie, grabbed by Oozy Trevor, and Oopsie, it is your turn.
I'm not taking damage from Trevor, am I?
No.
Okay. I'm going to activate my 7 of Hearts, Jim.
Oh, very nice.
To get my 7 temp hit points.
All right.
Another action, I'm going to cast Lay on Hands upon myself for
to
get 6 back.
Nice.
Second action, I'm going to try and stab this guy.
Okay.
I don't like him.
No.
I don't like. He stabbed me in the back and in the head. 16 on the die plus 9.
Yeah, that does it.
For 7 damage, counting all of the things.
That is enough. You drive this short sword into his belly, and he just goes limp. The dagger that was the ghostly dagger floating near your head just disappears and fizzles into nothing. It is your third action.
The guy is dead, right?
Oh yeah, he dead.
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna continue the aforementioned teabag.
Okay. You teabag him.
Just a flavor teabag.
A flavor teabag.
What flavor? Pickle.
Pickle.
Pickle. Moondusk, glitter, violet, sparkle wishes.
Gross, boys.
I know, right? Ladies' night was so great last week.
Right, wasn't it?
It was so
Yeah,
great.
wasn't it, Jim?
How dare you say you boys like me and Adam were the two that did this?
You killed Rog, so you shoot.
He was a villain. I think everyone keeps forgetting that he attacked us several times.
It's my turn, and on my turn, I would choose to say a huge thank you to Crossbones for gifting me $5 and giving me an edge. Thank you so much to Crossbones for that. And we've been followed by Penguin Witch Doctor, but backward, and I'm not going to attempt it, but also, I'm in for life resubbed for 28 months. Amazing.
Whoa.
Nice. Thank you.
Subs. And
Whoa.
Penguin Witch Doctor resubbed for 23 months. Thank you.
Fantastic.
We love you. Is there any more villains alive still?
There's one more villain who is harrying Rius.
Great.
I didn't know they were
have
chasing me in the
readied an
woods.
arrow, and I shall loose it now.
All right. Loose it away.
Here it comes. Oh my gosh, these dice never roll well, and they're rolling so good. That's a 29.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a critical hit.
These are my Skylar dice from Jared's game, and these
30.
never rolled well.
30.
30. Do I double it?
Yeah, double your damage.
Okay, here it comes. Oh. Am I allowed to reroll, like, using a hero point for damage?
No.
All right. That's only going to be 16 total.
17.
17 total.
I was only 6. What's the point, right,
It was
guys?
8. 7.
It's enough to take this guy down as your arrow explodes against the back of his head in a puff of sparkles and colorful smoke. And he just looks like he's about to come down on Rius with this axe, and he just falls forward unconscious on the ground. They are destroyed. There is... The cultist is dead, so I assume that Trevor just consumes him.
Yeah,
I let go.
The gnoll at your feet,
I don't
Rius,
think
is
you
just
want to
unconscious.
teabag me.
Gross.
Would you say the
Don't be
knoll
gross.
at my feet just is knocked unconscious, right?
It's knocked unconscious. That's correct.
Maybe as Trevor eats this guy, maybe search his pockets first. He stabbed me with a ghost knife.
Is the knife technically still in your back, though?
It was a ghost knife.
No, I think it faded, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the ghost knife is
okay.
faded. It's gone.
Is this guy dead, or he's just kind of fallen to the ground?
Oh, he's dead.
He dead.
I say we search him first before you do anything, Trevor. Because you're
There's,
right, Oopsie. Don't touch him. Ew.
There's this guy who's like tied to the altar who's like, hey, you guys,
Oh, I'll
help me.
run over. I'll run
Me
over.
too.
I'll tie him.
I'll be like pretending to help, but like my hands are so little that like
That's
I'm
okay.
really not doing anything.
I'll dissolve this guy halfway and then spit half of his body out.
Okay.
And go, yeah, you guys can search him, but I want him after you're done.
Weird.
I'll walk out of the woods, dragging this body, and just be like, "Here, Trevor, here's some more for you." Oh yes.
So Trevor just consumes the gnolls. You guys free.
You guys realize we could get away with murder, and I'll just eat it up. It's the perfect scheme.
I'm gonna talk to this guy that's laying on the side. Hi,
Gotcha.
I'm Nunda's Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes, and this is my very best friend Pipa. And hi, what is your name?
It's Steven.
Hi, Steven.
Hi.
Why are you here? This is a very weird predicament you're in.
Yes, I know. I was a guard at the tower. We were attacked by these gnolls. They dragged me off into the woods. Most of my companions are dead. I think some of them are still alive in their camp, but I can't be sure. I don't know. I don't know why they brought us here, and I don't know what they're doing. But I know they're acting on someone else's orders. There was a man here, a human man. He was talking to them. He paid them quite a bit of money. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why any of this is occurring, but I know it's bad. I thank you for saving me.
Does he need healing?
And it seems like, you are in mental distress, and I can help with that. And she gives him a bunch of candy.
He's got this handful of candy now, and he's like, oh, okay. Wonderful. We need to get out of these woods, though.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Sure, you can. Go ahead and roll it.
12 plus 8. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's enough. He's wounded, but he can move. He's not like bleeding or anything. He's relatively healthy, but he is somewhat wounded. It's up to you whether you would.
I'm concerned. Have birds and the other hunting guys get this guy out. How we do that?
I could
Probably
eat the
not good.
birds.
No. I think we have to get out of here. We have to. There's something going on here, and while I don't know quite what, we have to warn the city.
Yeah, I think maybe that we should escort him out, and then we can always come back later and figure out what else is happening here. But it's really important that since we saved him now, that we make sure that he stays alive for as long as possible, right?
Yeah, that was question.
Yeah,
How we get him out?
we fly.
It's at about this time, as you're standing there starting to decide what to do, you hear a loud, almost howl. It sounds actually almost more like a howling laughter. And you look over and you see a gnoll standing in the trees with a bow drawn. And as he cries out and his voice carries through the trees, you hear a response coming from several different directions all at once. And within moments, you can hear and see gnolls rushing towards where you are. And this guy who's standing up, he's like, I don't know how you're going to get out, but we have to go now. We have to run. And he actually begins taking off through the trees. What do you guys do?
Run.
Invisible.
Mundus Glittervice goes invisible.
Someone carry me.
Yeah, but you're an ooze. You're good.
I pull my shield. Drop my pickle bag for Trevor, and set to receive until I can make sure everyone else is out.
Sure, yeah. You climb into the bag, and Oopsie
I won't
you.
eat all your pickles. Oh, sorry, I ate one. There goes another one.
I just can't eat it.
I buy pickles.
Rius would take off too.
arrows start flying through the trees at you as you are rushing away through the forest. Occasionally, you have to dip and dodge as gnolls come from all directions trying to stop you.
Jim, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Yes.
we're being raided by Wes. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for raiding. Welcome,
What's up,
Westlings.
Raiders? Hello, hello.
Just in time, we're trying to escape all these scary things.
Yeah.
You're escaping the scary things. You rushed through the forest, arrows whipping past all of you, even invisible. There's so many arrows through the air that even invisible as you fly, occasionally one comes almost too close, almost accidentally hitting you, Moondust. But luckily, you make it out of the tree line relatively unscathed. I'm sure somewhat wounded and bleeding, but alive as you take off through the field. You note that the gnolls don't continue the chase through after you break out of the tree line. For whatever reason, they turn back and head back to their camp as you make your way across the field towards the ruined watchtower. You arrive back at the city of Cavalocia just as the sun is setting, exhausted but alive, with a dire warning for the city that for some reason gnolls are amassing near the city. For what purpose, it is completely unknown. Under whose orders, it is completely unknown. But you have, at least for the time being, saved the day as the heroes of Cavalocia. Congratulations, you've completed another heroic endeavor.
Yeah!
That is the end of our adventure for this evening.
And Trevor stays an ooze for
Yeah, is he an ooze still?
Trevor is an ooze forever.
Why he eating all my pickles?
At the end of the day, he reverts back to his gnome form. Just as he eats Oopsie's last pickle, he becomes a gnome once again.
Cough out a giant hairball, and he's like, "Oh God, that was not as good going in as coming out."
I'm sure that's what Rog said too.
Aww.
Poor Rog.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Never
mind.
Makes sense.
Never mind.
His brainy joke.
Whatever. Thank you all for joining me. Everybody out there watching us, thanks for showing up, continuing to support us week after week. It's so fun playing these games for you. The subs, the cheers, the donations, they all do so much to keep this content going and to help us produce new and exciting content like we released just yesterday with our brand new show, Department of Mysteries. So we hope that you will continue to stick around and support all this content. We do have a lot more coming out in the coming weeks. Jared, do you want to tell us all about what's coming up? One of the exciting pieces of content we've got coming up?
Well, coming up here on Wednesday the 30th is our second new show in just over a week. We are coming back with Kids on Bikes game called Occurrences at Owl Creek Ridge.
That's
right.
Hey!
We've got James with us, Diana is with us. We have Megan and Tracy from Bad back with us as well.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun. If you like the early 1990s,
yes.
If you like Halloween things, if you like to see PCs die, this
Stop!
No.
Stop listening to
Men in
Crossbones.
Black, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire,
And JW's psychic.
and JW, sidekick to Conspiracy Theory Incorporated.
See why I'm
Trademark.
gonna kill him? See why I'm gonna kill 13-year-olds?
Yeah, not cool. Mm-mm.
Nobody clip that, please.
Yeah.
So yes, we do have the Kids on Bikes series from Jared Hoy, Occurrences at Owl Creek Ridge, coming up on Wednesday. Of course, Thursday, Department of Mysteries continues. So we're actually going to be seeing a ton of Diana and some more of Adam coming up. But between now and then, don't forget to tune in on Mondays for our special. If you want to see more of me and Katie, and you want to see me ruin a GM's plans for once, tune in for Crits and Giggles on Monday night. Tomorrow.
Yay.
That's right. Tomorrow we've got Things in Space with even more Katie. It's like a Katie extravaganza these next couple of days. We've got Things in Space tomorrow with the meanest GM officially, Ben Birch.
Ben Birch is
And
the meanest.
And of course, I will be back for another heroic endeavor next Friday night. So make sure that you're there for all of it. Don't miss even a moment of our content. You're actually contractually obligated at this point to watch all of it. So I hope you've cleared your schedule. But we will see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yay!
We're out of here.
Good night,
I'll see ya.
Good night, friends.
Bye-bye.
Bye.